intensifying again following a brief pause this week. President Trump vowing to retaliate further following Iranian strikes on U.S. assets in the region. In Washington, D.C. yesterday, President Trump met with Israel's Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu, and Israeli officials today say both leaders discussed multiple options for how to prevent Iran from developing a nuclear weapon. ABC's Lindsay Davis has an exclusive interview with Netanyahu and asked whether his original goals still stand regarding Iran.
Is your goal still regime change?
My goal is to make sure that Iran, with this regime, doesn't have nuclear weapons. And that's something that President Trump and I both agree on, because it would be a different world.
The full interview airs on Prime tonight. That economic uncertainty remains due to the war. The Federal Reserve Board today wrapping up its policy meeting and left interest rates unchanged for now. That sent stocks sharply lower today. This is ABC News. In Japan, crews continuing to search through the rubble of a collapsed mall following yesterday's powerful earthquake. The Prime Minister says at least 13 people have died, and now they're dealing with aftershocks.
Defense lawyers say
some 300,000 people told to evacuate because of aftershocks. Tens of thousands are without power. Homes pancaked. Rescuers picking through what's left. Other buildings are still burning, smoke billowing into the air. Japan's prime minister warning of the risk of more building collapses and possible landslides.
ABC's Hannah Battah. Attorneys for President Trump have appealed to the Supreme Court to overturn the $83 million judgment a federal jury awarded writer E. Jean Carroll after a separate jury held Trump liable for defaming her when he denied her sexual assault claims. The president arguing in the petition his comments are immune while he was in office. Michelle Franzen, ABC News.
Coming up, a vigil to honor victims of Sunday's shooting at Seattle Center. Details after Nate Connors at the traffic desk.
Thanks, Aaron. Everett to Marysville has climbed a 20-minute commute. Typical backup between 526 and 528. And eastbound 526 remains slow from the Boeing plant over to I-5. Getting to Everett from Seattle is a 40-minute trip. It's crowded through Shoreline, a little bit, again, north of the Linwood interchange. Bellevue to Everett on 405 is at 50 minutes. We're crowded from I-90 into Totem Lake. South 5 into Seattle gets heavy in the U District to the Convention Center. North 5, scattered backups between the Michigan Curve and Ship Canal Bridge. 25 minutes to get through this. South 405 slows from, 520 to the Renton Landing. Very typical backup for this time of day. 35 minutes, though, between Bellevue and Renton. North 405 is pretty thick in South Center all the way through the Renton S-curves. Seattle to Federal Way, plan on 40 minutes. And it's also a 40-minute trip from Renton to Puyallup along the Valley Freeway. KIRO Newsradio real-time traffic. I'm Nate Connors.
KIRO News Radio, 97.3 FM, Northwest News. Now, the latest from KIRO News Radio and mynorthwest.com.
Good afternoon. I'm Aaron Granello. The city of Seattle is organizing a candlelight vigil tonight at the International Fountain near the scene of Sunday's fatal shooting at Seattle Center. 44-year-old Carlos Israel Sanchez Villalba was one of the two bystanders killed. He was a husband and father of three. KIRO 7 TV's Dee Sun says a 56-year-old woman also died.
Ashley Whitehead was shot while waiting in line for cotton candy with her daughter and future son-in-law. According to the GoFundMe page set up for her when Whitehead was shot, she exchanged heartfelt I love yous with her oldest daughter before passing away during surgery at Harborview.
If you'd like to donate to victims' families, we have posted their GoFundMe pages on mynorthwest.com. Tonight's vigil starts at 6:30. Seattle Storm are apologizing today to two teenage girls who were supporting Indiana Fever guard Sophie Cunningham at last night's game. Those girls were sitting courtside wearing pro-Cunningham shirts when Storm minority owner Celeste Keaton confronted them. Incident came after fans rallied for Cunningham, a vocal critic of transgender athletes in girls and women's sports. In a statement to Front Office Sports, the Storm's majority owner now says the team remains committed to creating an inclusive environment where every fan is treated with respect. If you can't wait for Seafair weekend, you can get a sneak peek tomorrow. Sound of the Blue Angels. They are set for two practice runs over Lake Washington on Thursday, 11 a.m. to 1, and again at 3:30. Melissa Burns is a 22-year air show veteran. She got a ride along with the Blues today.
And as a woman in aviation, my grandmother was a pilot. My grandfather was an Air Force test pilot. So they really, truly inspired me to get involved in aviation and air shows.
The official Boeing Seafair Air Show kicks off Friday at Genesee Park. The Blue Angels headlining each afternoon through Sunday. Your forecast looking good for the next few days. Mostly sunny skies, highs in the mid to upper 70s. Could see 80 on Friday. Bit of a cool down, though, for Seafair weekend. Highs will be in the low 70s. Could see some light showers and some clouds as well. Right now, 75 and sunny in downtown Seattle. I'm Aaron Granillo, KIRO News Radio.
Your best source for local news, serving Western Washington and the world with the KIRO News Radio app. Always streaming live on your smart speakers. You're listening to KIRO News Radio, Northwest News.
If you want to go along with this scamdemic, we did not fight 800 years for you to start treating us worse than the British Army did.
Oh, boy.
Did we?
No.
Sir, if you just answer the question.
Show me the pandemic.
Wow. That guy's still upset. Didn't they arrest him at some point?
I have no idea of the context. The video is unfortunately not easy to find, the original.
Yeah, but we still have it. You know the paddles that we normally bring out when I think I'm going to have a heart attack?
They're right next to me, yeah.
Put them away.
Put them away?
Yeah, put them. Yeah.
You don't think you need them?
Nope.
Well, I won't lock the box just in case.
Tiny's on the floor.
Well, I wonder whose fault that is.
Hang on. Yeah, hang on. Over here. Hello. He shows in a bad mood. Sorry. Never mind.
Oh, boy.
Okay. People canceling on us left and right on the show. Don't worry about it. All right, everybody. There's we talked about this yesterday. Belief, perseverance, which is the idea. Once you get an idea in your head, your brain just protects it. You'll never be able to talk anybody out of anything. You'll never be able to convince somebody. It's like if the person is a Dodgers fan, it doesn't matter what's happening with the Dodgers. They're just a Dodgers fan for the rest of their life. Like, I'm kind of giving up on the Dodgers. No, it's like Aaron with the Mariners. Just love the Mariners. No matter what, just love them, right? Even if you're like, what's a horrible team? Yeah, it doesn't matter. So we talked about this yesterday. It's belief, perseverance, bias. Just lock in. So people out there that love Dr. Fauci and feel as if he was an American hero and just had great things and always believed great things about him.
The single most respected voice in the pandemic, it's Dr. Anthony Fauci.
The man who's become known as America's doctor.
The nation's top infectious disease expert, Anthony Fauci.
You are seen to many as a superhero.
Dr. Anthony Fauci, American hero and New York Yankee fan.
You've done so much for this country in terms of this crisis, so I really appreciate your insight.
Who better to give us answers that we can trust than Dr. Anthony Fauci?
And that goes on and on. All right. So this was when COVID hits, right? 2000, 21, 22, 23. Everybody has Fauci on. Fauci's on. All right. Today, I'll just say one personal thing. When Tom and I did the show, this was the person we could not talk about. And Andrew, you were there the day I was doing the show from the cabin. I brought up Fauci. Tom said something, and I took my headset off. Very unprofessional.
This is while you were at the cabin,
yes,
by the way.
Very unprofessional. I took my headset off, dropped it down on the crappy little table that I did the show from, and I walked out the door. Got on my tractor and lit a fire and was out there just burning wood that needed to be burned. Remember that?
Yes.
It was about, I would say I was off the air for 15 minutes. It was the one thing, Tom and I argued about a lot of stuff, but it was the one that it just, and he was always able to let it go. This guy just really bothered me. And with Schadenfreude, a great German word, the only place I could find it is German, which is to have joy in others' pain. And I try not to be that kind of person, but I got to tell you something. Today, watching Fauci plead the fifth 111 times or more, watching what now they know is the stuff that was in his diary, because it was Robert Kennedy Jr. was able to get and find a whole bunch of emails. They find about 1,400-page diary that for some reason Fauci put on an email. It was all there. And they wanted to bring him in, and they basically wanted to find out, did you lie to Congress in 2021, 22, or 23 when you spoke to us about gain of function? And did you also delete and destroy emails that would be possibly evidence as to what you were doing? Those are the questions. But everybody, since he decided he was going to plead the fifth on all this sort of stuff, they would just monologue and then ask him a question. They would do a little monologuing, a little bit of a sort of sermon, and then ask him a question, which he would then plead the fifth on. So, let's see. Fauci on tape saying, when you make it difficult. Yeah, and here's one of the ones that bugged me. This is going back with when Tom and I got really mad.
You were going to have schools, universities, and colleges are going to say, you want to come to this college, buddy? You're going to get vaccinated. Lady, you're going to get vaccinated. Yeah. Big corporations like Amazon and Facebook and all of those others are going to say, you want to work for us, you get vaccinated. And it's been proven that when you make it difficult for people in their lives, they lose their ideological bullshit and they get vaccinated.
He said that after a study had been done by Jay Bhattacharya in Santa Clara that basically said lockdowns and everything else are not going to work because the virus is already out there. We did a blood test on it, not just random. We did a scientific study where we drew blood on all of these people, and we were able to show that there's no containing it. With a virus like this, a respiratory virus, it just goes.
The Santa Clara study was the first of the results to come out, and it showed that about 3% of the population had already had COVID and recovered in Santa Clara County. 40% of them never had any symptoms that they remembered. The death rate then was something like 0.2%, and that there was a very steep age gradient where really it was older people that had the highest risk of death, whereas children, there were no deaths or almost no deaths.
The study in Santa Clara showed that this virus was far more widespread than people understood, which showed two important conclusions to be made. One was that it's already widespread. You don't lock down after something's widespread, even if a lockdown would work. But that's one of the reasons why lockdowns don't work, is because it's already widespread. Secondly, the infection fatality rate was much lower.
Right. So a lot of people were during the whole COVID thing saying, wait a minute, locking down, destroying people's lives, forcing kids to stay home. This is going to have some serious effects, very, very deleterious effects upon the entire world. Don't do it. Don't lock down. And you hear Fauci saying, we're going to lock you down and then you got to get a vaccine. All right. So here we go. Let's open up on Fauci. We'll start with, and again, if you love the guy, you probably already turned the channel away. You probably are not listening. You're probably not watching. You probably have a belief, perseverance bias, which everybody has. Everybody does. I get it. So if you're not a Fauci fan, then enjoy Josh Hawley talking to Fauci today.
Well, nothing says honesty like taking the fifth, huh, Doc? Let's try something. What day of the week is it today?
On the advice of counsel, I respectfully decline to answer based upon my rights under the Fifth Amendment to the Constitution.
What color tie are you wearing?
On the advice of counsel, I respectfully decline to answer based upon my rights under the Fifth Amendment to the Constitution.
What color's the carpet in front of you?
On the advice of counsel, I respectfully decline to answer based upon my rights under the Fifth Amendment to the Constitution.
Let's just get one thing straight. You don't have any rights under the Fifth Amendment because you've been pardoned, as you very well know.
Listen to this.
As the Supreme Court has been clear for a century and more, Brown versus Walker, 1896, when he has been pardoned, he may not stand upon his privilege. You know that. Your lawyers sitting behind you now shifting nervously in their chairs. They know it. This isn't about the Constitution. This isn't about the law. This is about contempt. Contempt for this body and contempt for the American people.
The weirdest thing is that he knew it. He had a bunch of lawyers with him, and they all know this. This is settled law with the Supreme Court. So here's what's going to happen. They're going to have a resolution in the committee that is going to simply say, we want to charge him with contempt. They will turn it over to the Department of Justice and a charge will be made. The resolution will then most likely pass. It'll be given over to the Justice Department, and then they'll bring him forward and they're going to make him testify. If he doesn't testify and answer the questions, all the questions they had, then he can be thrown in jail. But he had the lawyers sitting there. They know you can't plead the fifth after you've gotten the pardon. But for some reason, there they go. Fauci, when he retired, while he was in there, he was making $480,000 a year. He's the highest paid person working in the government. And now you can hire him for speaking events. But it's nice to know that he was making money during COVID. Let's remember, in the United States, they say about 1 million people died. Fauci made $1 for every one, just about.
$900,000 cash award. And he got it because he used full employees to get it. And this wasn't the only award.
He applied for these prizes.
Was it, Dr. Fauci? In fact, you applied for and received at least 8 other federal cash prizes on federal time using federal employees and federal resources. Here they are over my shoulder. Besides the Dan David Award, you've got the Partnership for Public Service. You've got the Adelson Prize. You've got the Smithsonian Award. You've got the National Academy of Medicine's Award. You've got the CDC Foundation. In fact, you turned your staff into a full-time application machine. You actually wrote to people and said, do you think maybe I'd qualify? And you got cash for all of this. And it wasn't just 1 or 2 employees, was it? In fact, you used 8 separate federal employees on federal time using federal resources to solicit cash awards. Isn't that true?
And then he wouldn't answer.
You then had them go out to the ethics agencies and ethics watchdogs and demand that you be able to get the money. That's right. We've got it in your emails. Your staff and employees on federal time using federal resources being paid with federal dollars are soliciting cash for you. And then they're turning around and saying to the agency, we don't want just an answer. We want to get to yes, because Fauci wants the money. He wants it. We want to get to yes, and yes takes time. This is your chief of staff again, using federal email to pressure the agency's own ethics people so that you could get money, so that you could get rich.
Wow. I mean, they all took him apart. I thought Fetterman was really interesting that and Fetterman wore a suit. The guy that I know normally has, what's wrong?
That's surprising.
Okay. You bored with this?
No, I just don't like Fetterman.
Oh, okay. All right. He refused to answer any questions. And I saw an interesting thing that somebody posted saying, don't watch, don't read, because you can pull the diary up now. It's 1,400 pages. It's not fair. Because it was a diary and it was never meant to be made public, which is an interesting take. And in some regards, that's true, isn't it? I mean, if somebody were to be listening in on a personal phone call, if you're eavesdropping, and if you've wiretapped, you'd have to have the FISA court, either a legitimate FISA court or just lie to the FISA court, like Klein, what's his name? Kevin Klein Smith did. But in this case, Fauci put it on an email, and they were able to obtain it when they grabbed a whole bunch of emails. They had one of the people he worked with, I think it was Merins, M-E-R-I-N-S, something like that. They had him come forward a year or 2 years ago, and he admitted that they were intentionally spelling things incorrectly. They were deleting emails. They were making phone calls with each other. They were using Gmail instead of government email to avoid FOIA requests. So they knew that they were hiding stuff. Here's what they've basically been able to put together, which most people now realize is true, which Fauci even knew and true because it was in his diaries. It was this, that the government, the folks at NIAID and Fauci's group were funding gain-of-function research. They had funded it in the Netherlands, in Wisconsin, and in China. They sent millions of dollars over there, and they sent it over there to the Wuhan lab, and they had the work done there. And they were able to make sure that the bat virus would then gain a function, which then would be easily move from a bat to a human being. So they made the thing. They made it, and then it got out. Now, whether it got out because somebody wanted to let it out or for whatever reason, it got out. And Fauci, even in his diary, said that it's coming from there. It is not natural origin. And on, I think it was April 17th, 2020, Fauci stands up at a press conference and says, there's a very, very interesting paper that has just come out from top scientists that prove that it's gain of function, that it's not gain of function, that this is natural origin. It is a definitive paper right now in the study that we have. When a reporter asked who were the scientists, I right now off the top of my head, I don't have their names available. Why? Because he just about 48 hours or 72 hours or about 3 days earlier, or 4 days earlier, he got on the phone with all of them at 11 o'clock at night and said, write the damn thing. Write it and make it sound like this. So he acted like, oh, no, this was some other group of people. He told them, write it. And I think there were 6 of them included in the call. And a couple of them, well, we're not really going to have, do it. It's important. Why? Because he needed to cover his tracks. Because you can't have the American people all of a sudden find out, wait, you took our tax dollars, you sent it to China, they made this thing, it got out of some crappy lab in China, and now my grandmother's dying? I mean, imagine what that would be. So in his diary, he says he knows it is not something that came directly from the bat to a human being. He knows that it was not a natural origin. He knows it's gain of function. He knows about the money that was spent. All of that's in there. And the other part, he lied about the virility of it and the fatality rate of the thing. He knew it was about 2.2%, which is puts it about like where the common flu was. He knew it. But no, he said 1 or 2%, or could be even higher. The difference between 0.2 and 2%, I mean, that would be like a pandemic like we've never seen before, wiping out millions and millions of people. But he knew it wasn't true because it was in his diary. Now, is he lying to himself in the diary? I don't know. So what happens next for Fauci? He's 80-some years old. His wife, I think, is now retired from the government. What happens? Does the media ignore, as they did before? Yesterday, ABC, NBC, CBS, when the diary came out, they didn't do stories on the diary. They did stories about a squirrel getting loose at a baseball game and a coyote going into something. They didn't do it because this guy, they love this guy. They still love the guy. I guess they still love the guy, or maybe everybody just runs away from him at this point. But remember how he was the hero?
To you, Dr. Fauci, for everything you do.
Thank you so much for everything you do.
Thank you very much for everything that you do.
Thanks so much for the work that you do.
Thank you very much for the reassurance and, as always, for all of your public service. Yeah. Thank you, Dr. Fauci.
Yeah.
Thank you for all your guidance this past year. And it's greatly appreciated.
Dr. Fauci, on behalf of all of our viewers here.
Here's a snapshot into Fauci's state of mind. This is written by Steve Murr, who he tweets a lot. He's from the area. He's great. Yeah. The date is March 21st, 2020. Worldwide COVID death toll passes 10,000 with more than 240,000 confirmed cases. Italy's death toll has overtaken China's, and Spain passes 1,000. The UK orders all pubs, restaurants, gyms, and cinemas to close. On that very same day, Anthony Fauci in his diary. Big front page article about me in the Washington Post. Very flattering. The situation with my national and international fame is explosive and really unimaginable. It's not hyperbole to say that I am the most famous and talked about person in this country and one of the most recognizable and famous people in the world.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. He talked all about in the diary how much he enjoyed Julia Roberts and Trevor Noah talking about me. I was on the phone with Barbara Streisand. She didn't know what Alexa was, so she called me, and then I had Alexa play some of her songs, and we laughed hard. It's so wonderful. I'm probably the most famous person in the world right now. For better or worse, I'm becoming an international celebrity. Calls from all over the world. Many print profiles featuring me. Ridiculous, too. Too numerous to count. Press is going wild with me. He loved it. Highest paid government employee, more than the president. Everyone loved him. I wonder who's going to play me on Saturday Night Live. Took your tax dollars, sent it to China. They built the virus. Your uncle died. Thanks, Fauci. Here comes.
Hang on, wait.
Whoa,
really quick.
Whoa.
I think that Irish guy showed up at the hearing as well. Do you want to hear what he had to say?
Yeah.
Where's your proof that you don't have the virus?
On the advice of counsel, I respectfully decline to answer based upon my rights under the Fifth Amendment to the Constitution.
I'm not required under our Constitution to do anything you say. We did not fight 800 years, so you used to start treating us worse than the British Army did. Did we?
On the advice of counsel, I respectfully decline to answer based upon my rights under the Fifth Amendment to the Constitution.
Nice.
Sir, if you just answer the question.
Nice. Well done, Andrew.
Andrew, unbelievable.
Look at you.
Look
Everybody
at him.
contributed.
Yes,
He's a Maycheck and Travis.
All right, this one brought to you by Harborstone Credit Union, Everton, Marysville. 20 minutes. You've got your typical backup from 526 to 528. Going to get really thick there at the Snohomish River Bridge. Linwood to Seattle, a half-hour trip. You're packed from 85th to I-90. North 5, we've got scattered backups on the Michigan Curve to the Ship Canal Bridge. There's a nice, clear swath through downtown. Half hour to get through all this. North 405, thick from South Center through the Renton S-curves. And South Center to Bellevue is a half-hour trip. Seattle to Federal Way, 40 minutes. You're going to slow to MLK Junior Way past 516. Down at the Pierce-King County line, North 5, just past Porter Way. We've got a collision in the right lane. You're backed up into the Fife Curve. And South 5, solid from South 320th into Fife. Open a money market special online with 3.75 annual percentage yield with full access to your money the entire time at harborstone.com/money market. Insured by NCUA. KIRO Newsradio real-time traffic. I'm Nate Connors.
Parts of the house aren't working, and you just sort of live with it, right? The closet's all jammed. The garage is useless. The pantry is a mess. You don't need to live with this thing. Closets by Design comes in not just with closets, but garages, laundry rooms, home offices, wall beds, everything custom built, not just off the shelf. And then everything's organized. For a limited time, 40% off plus 15% off and 18-month 0% financing on approved credit when paid in full. Do what we did at the Curly Barn. ClosetsByDesign.com. That's 1-800-BY-DESIGN, 1-800-BY-DESIGN.
Dear Ursula, I have a group of friends who have bonded over...
Hi, I'm Ursula Voitin from the G and Ursula Show, and I'm launching a new podcast called Ask Ursula. This is your space. Real life, real questions, whether it's about family, friendships, love, and yes, even the fun stuff like travel and finding your signature scent. Hit me up and ask your questions at mynorthwest.com/Ursula. I look forward to connecting with you.
At mynorthwest.com and the G and Ursula YouTube channel.
If your home is 20 years old or more, it might be time to have your roof inspected. Your roof is your home's first line of defense, and at Guardian Roofing, Gutters, and Insulation, we'll help it last as long as possible. Our trained and licensed crew will evaluate your roof, repairing when we can, and offering replacement options only when necessary. Plus, every new install comes protected with a full year of free maintenance on us. Visit GuardianRoofing.com today.
Are you curious about who offers the best deals on top-rated Samsung, LG, and Sony TVs? The answer is surprising. It's not online, and it's not the warehouse clubs. The best deals on top-rated TVs are at Video Only. Don't believe it? Then check out the trade-in deals at Video Only. How about $500 for your old TV? Try doing that online. Before you buy that new TV, drop into Video Only. If you don't, you'll be sorry.
What if you could have the most reliable fiber-powered Wi-Fi? And get this, what if you could keep it at the same price for 5 years guaranteed? Now through August 24th, new Xfinity customers can get our best price on gig Wi-Fi this summer before it disappears. Just $50 a month for 5 years. No annual contracts, no hidden fees, and our best equipment included. Plus, get online in minutes with same-day Wi-Fi. It's Wi-Fi that finds and fixes problems before you even notice them. Like super intelligent Wi-Fi with a sixth sense. Plus, it keeps you protected from online threats. And get Peacock Premium included for 2 years. Lock in your price and unlock the possibilities. Get it now at Xfinity.com. Xfinity. Imagine that. Restrictions apply. Requires paperless billing and autopay with stored bank account. Taxes and fees extra. Speeds vary. Use of fiber coaxial cable. Learn more at Xfinity.com/same-day Wi-Fi.
How sweet it is! 50 seasons of moments. 50 seasons of legends. A once-in-a-lifetime event. Join Mariners past and present at T-Mobile Park August 7th through 9th for 50 Season Celebration Weekend. The festivities begin Friday with a post-game slugfest, the Alumni Home Run Derby featuring Ichiro and other former Mariners sluggers, presented by Muckleshoot Casino Resort. Saturday will be a showstopper. 50 Season Celebration Night presented by Daktronics. Arrive early to witness the biggest gathering of franchise icons ever assembled as the 50 greatest Mariners from across all 5 decades are revealed.
It just continues. 505.
The weekend wraps up on Sunday with a collectible 50 Seasons pin giveaway thanks to KeyBank. Seats are going fast. Get yours at mariners.com/tickets.
Patrick was way behind on his IRS taxes.
I was in way over my head. The total amount ended up being somewhere just over $30,000. $30,000.
Then the IRS came to collect.
Started getting letter after letter. A lien had been filed against me. They were going to basically hang me completely out to dry.
He had to do something.
That's when I reached out to Optima Tax Relief.
Patrick's life quickly got a lot easier.
It was very easy, pretty much hands off. They picked up the ball and ran with it.
And how'd it go?
I couldn't believe it. I had to ask 2 or 3 times. I saved an incredible amount of money.
How does Patrick feel about Optima?
Couldn't be happier. They definitely helped me. Optima Tax Relief, the best place to call. They're the best in the business.
Do what Patrick did and call Optima Tax Relief for a free consultation. Call 800-343-6460. 800-343-6460. 800-343-6460. Optima Tax Relief. Testimonial from an actual client. Some restrictions apply. For complete details, please visit OptimaTaxRelief.com.
KIRO News Radio 97.3 FM Northwest News. Now, the latest from KIRO News Radio and MyNorthwest.com.
Good afternoon. I'm Aaron Granillo. In the wake of Sunday's gang shootout at the Bite of Seattle, Mayor Katie Wilson says she's bringing in a consultant to work with agencies to help stop gun violence. Now the city is being accused of not paying the agencies it works with currently.
Dr. Jacqueline Bowles, clinical director at Redeemed Wellness Center, attended Tuesday's news conference and demanded to know why her agency that focuses on violence intervention and prevention has not been paid since April. Dr. Bowles says the city owes her $65,000.
Are you aware we have not been paid? This office refuses to process invoices, refuses to pay us.
During our interview, Dr. Bowles says someone from the mayor's office called to set up a meeting and tried to solve the problem. We've reached out to the mayor's office for comment, but so far have not heard back. James Lynch, KIRO Newsradio.
The city released a statement which says it is working with the Wellness Center to resolve the issue, and stay tuned, 4 o'clock. Curley will be talking to Dr. Bowles. Washington's 3 law schools say a makeup bar exam is not enough after this week's testing fiasco in Yakima. University of Washington, Seattle University, and Gonzaga have all petitioned the state Supreme Court to grant emergency diploma privilege for affected applicants. UW's letter describes a technology breakdown as unprecedented and catastrophic, saying hundreds of test takers spent hours waiting before the exam was canceled. A makeup test is planned for September. Schools argue affected graduates deserve immediate relief, saying they should become licensed attorneys without taking the bar exam. Hydroplane racing returning to Lake Washington this weekend with 9 unlimited boats in the pits. H1 unlimited boats, that is, the biggest field in years. Driver Jimmy Shane arrives as the favorite after wins at the Gold Cup in Madison, Indiana, and the Columbia Cup in the Tri-Cities.
I'm going to be excited to get out there all weekend long down at Genesee Park, put on a great show for all the fans.
Hydro races will be held Friday through Sunday for Seafair at Genesee Park. Takes us to 3:33 now. We have Nate Connors at the real-time traffic desk.
Thank you, sir. In Kent, we have a new collision at southbound 167 just past State Route 516. It's blocking the HOV lane. Traffic begins to slow at 405. We're heavy in the south end between Algona and Puyallup, all added up. Renton to Puyallup, close to a 50-minute drive now. Bellevue to Everett up to 55 minutes. We're slow from Bellevue into Totem Lake, and then it gets real thick heading into Alderwood, approaching Damson Road up to the interchange. Seattle to Everett, 50 minutes. We're slow from Lake City Way all the way into Mill Creek. Coming south from the north end, Linwood to Seattle has gone up to 35 minutes, and it gets packed in Northgate down to I-90. North 5, we're still seeing scattered backups between the Michigan Curve and Ship Canal Bridge, about a half hour to get through downtown. Bellevue to Renton on 405 is a half hour. It is packed from 520 all the way to Cold Creek Parkway before things start to lighten up for you. And down toward Fife, North 5 just past Porter Way, we just cleared a collision from the right lane over to the shoulder, and that backup is starting to thin out. KIRO News Radio real-time traffic. I'm Nate Connors.
Forecasts calling for morning clouds the next couple of days, afternoon sunshine, and temperatures heating up into the mid to upper 70s for tomorrow and Friday. Low 70s for Seafair weekend, Saturday, Sunday. Chance for some light showers and some clouds as well. Right now, 74 and sunny in downtown Seattle. I'm Aaron Granillo, KIRO News Radio.
Your best source for local news. You're listening to KIRO News Radio, Northwest News.
Home Comfort Alliance. Yeah. Home Comfort Alliance for heating and cooling and plumbing and electric. Doing it all for you. Home Comfort Alliance. There was a simple, like, circuit breaker thing. And Nick's like, forget it. Don't mess around with it. I'll call Home Comfort. I was like, wait a minute. That is the most emasculating thing you can do. HomeComfortAlliance.com. No. Call a guy to come to the house and throw the circuit breaker. I know how to do that.
Did you?
She's like, you're going to set yourself on fire or blow the house up. I said, it's the thing. You just flip it. You just flip it. No, I'll call Home Comfort. Yeah. And I'm going to stand here while some guy walks in and just goes, click.
Did you flip the switch?
I flipped the switch.
Did it solve the problem?
No, it flipped back again. And then I kind of kept flipping, and then it kept flipping off.
Oh, wow.
Anyway, I think they went to the barn yesterday. All right. I think it's still out. Why? Never mind. Seattle Center press conference debacle? Really? Are we calling it a debacle now? Takes the turn for the scandal. So, my God. This, before this, let's take care of this. So Monday afternoon press conference. Remember when the big thing was, okay, normally we heard yesterday from our friend who runs the Seattle Police Union, right?
Oh, Ken Lowe.
Ken.
Yeah.
Ken said normally after something like this, it's about 90 minutes, bang, they have a press conference, right? So we heard so here's how this one went. The police said we're ready for the press conference. Then from the mayor's office, no, we need to wait. Told the police, one of the police that was down there, told the press, we're waiting for debutantes?
Dignitaries.
Dignitaries are apparently Jayapal and Ferguson. So then they're out there waiting. They're waiting for 5 hours. They're waiting. And the reason they're upset is because, one, they want to beat everybody else with the news. Plus, they also have the 11 o'clock deadline. They're trying to get it on. They want to get out there. And it looks bad because the people are sitting there, they hear that there is. So they go to some website or they go to a social media page. They go to Como, KIRO, King, anybody out there. And there's nothing there. They can't give them any details. So they're on the clock.
And people want to know, are we safe? Is this an ongoing thing? What happened? They just want to know.
Right.
Fair.
I heard somebody say, they want to know, should they lock their doors? If you're sticking around for King Television to tell you to lock your doors. Okay. All right. So then now Katie is asked, the mayor is asked about and that's what this sound is, right? About the delay.
This is Hannah Kim, Fox 13, saying she heard from a source that what the mayor had said was not accurate.
Got it.
At the press conference held Monday at noon, I shared a little bit about our approach for dealing with gun violence long term. We are bringing in an expert in gun violence reduction.
Is this the wrong one?
Might be.
Hang on. Here it is right here. All right, here we go.
You asked that. Let me tell you something.
That's the wrong one. Hold on, Joe. It's at the top now. All right, so many buttons.
A source at the
Call Home Comfort Alliance. Okay, here we go. You ready?
Seattle Police Department told Fox 13 officers wanted to hold a media briefing Sunday night to update the public.
Got it.
But Mayor Katie Wilson's office asked them to wait for dignitaries to arrive.
Okay, that's all
there.
there.
Did anyone in your office
And then here's where they think there may be a little disconnect.
tell SPD leadership that they could not hold that press conference between 7:45 and 8 p.m. Sunday night?
That is not my understanding, no. Like I said, at Seattle Center, we had a scene of active investigation where the police were actively looking for suspects. And so my understanding is that we were told that it was not helpful to have me or other elected officials coming down to the scene while that active search was going on. And so we went back and forth and eventually landed on an appropriate time to address the press and to share information.
Okay, so what's the big brouhaha? Technically, the term, "that was not my understanding," gives you a little bit of wiggle room. If you definitively said no, right? No. Or you can always use, "to the best of my knowledge, that is not my understanding. I to the best of my memory, I do not recall." Stuff like that. That gives you kind of a little bit of distance between being dishonest and being honest. To the best of my understanding, that did not happen.
Right.
Right. But it seems like the news is deciding they're going to follow up on this. They think that maybe somebody's being dishonest, that the mayor's office is not telling the truth. What does it matter whether they had to wait they waited 5 hours. I've had people text me and say, "Why are you being so sympathetic or so easy on it?" Because this is not the story.
Right.
This is not the story. Are they clunky? Yeah. The first press conference that the mayor came out with, I think the podium tips over. She doesn't have a podium. Right. There's papers everywhere. And then a couple of weeks later, Daniels goes up to talk to her, and some guy steps in, and Daniels goes, "Look, I'm trying to help you here. You just be better off answering the question." Are they bad right now working the press? Yeah. Do they have novices in there that don't know what they're doing? Yeah. Am I asking myself easy questions? Yes. Like, this is not the story. Yeah. This is not it. It's not that big of a deal. You had to wait 5 hours. Whether it was a breakdown in communication, is it malicious? Are they trying to hold something back? When you really get something big, is there really a big story, then you decide whether or not the person is withholding the information and why they're withholding the information, to protect somebody or whatever else it is. But I don't think there's enough here to really be rolling on this baby. Here's the big one that everybody... Brandy Cruz said, was it Brandy that said that Barnes should be fired?
No, it was, she said it. Jason Rantz said it. A lot of people have been chirping that line today.
Right. So remember Chief Barnes having the interaction with the South Seattle Emerald reporter, Connor Nash, and he was right up in his face.
You asked that. Let me tell you something. I don't have to tell you where I go. I have a medical procedure.
How far away do you think he is from his actual choppers?
He's about 6 inches.
I got to do.
You and I get that close, don't we? Sometimes.
You know.
I say, "Smell my breath. Is it bad?" And you're like,
"Do on Friday." No. You need to have a medical procedure I got to do on Friday. No. You need to know this. I have been here working as hard as I can for this city from the day I got here. Do you got that?
You listen to me.
But there are
reports that you are not in town often.
Their reports are wrong. Do you understand?
You understand?
He's mad.
Right? And then somebody steps in between him and okay, and moves the mayor's side.
Forces him to, drop the conversation, right. Takes him off.
Yeah.
You understand?
So let's go.
I work. Let's go.
Let's go.
Thank you.
And Rantz...
Is that a fireable offense?
Not in my opinion. Rantz certainly thinks it is. Brandy certainly thinks it is. And they're kind of characterizing it as a near brawl, or which is, he's not going to punch them.
It was almost like a chest bump.
But without a chest
there was no touch.
If
no. He was about to until his buddy stepped in.
Okay, like in a baseball, when the manager goes out there and yells at the home plate umpire, they're inches from each other, right? Right, they're right up there. Right,
not even that close.
No. I'm saying these guys were not as close. I'm trying to give in. People have seen the guy screaming in the other guy's face.
These were not as close as the manager-umpire argument.
And fireable offense, yes or no? Joe? No. I say no. But Seattle is such a sometimes soft city that it'd be like, you got to go. Well, you got to get somebody softer than Barnes? Yes. Okay, here's Nate. Check your driver's side.
Seattle Sports has the update. Police down in Soto, police are on hand with a person in crisis on the South Lander Street overpass over the track, so access to that overpass is closed at this time. Lander is actually closed between 4th and 1st Avenues. In Kent, we still have a collision southbound 167 just past 516, blocking the HOV and now left general purpose lanes, backed up to 405. Renton to Auburn is going to take you a half hour. That's a 10-minute delay. Bellevue to Everett and Seattle to Everett are both hovering right around 55 minutes. Everett into Marysville is a 20-minute commute. Linwood to Seattle plan on 35 minutes. It gets thick there. Northgate all the way to I-90, very typical for this time of day. And North 5 scattered backups from the Michigan Curve to the Ship Canal Bridge. About a half hour to get through this. Search Seattle Sports on YouTube and click subscribe to get fresh video content daily. KIRO News Radio, real-time traffic. I'm Nate Connors.
I heard a lot of gunfire.
It really sounded like a firework at first.
A community searching for answers.
Breaking news, a mass shooting at Seattle Center.
500 plus people just like stampeding our way.
It was horrible. The kids right there screaming, trying to get their dad.
The station you trust when it matters most.
Detectives are working to track down everyone involved.
KIRO News Radio. 97.3 FM and mynorthwest.com.
Our founders believed that freedom wasn't just a word. It was a way of life. The freedom to move forward, the freedom to pursue what matters most, the freedom to live fully. But aging has a way of taking those freedoms away. That's why there's Longevity Medical Clinic. John Curley here. My best move was becoming a patient of Longevity Medical Clinic years ago, and second best move, getting my wife Nicole to join me this year. Stop guessing and start working with a doctor who knows your goals and get personalized care designed around you, not the average patient. Discover what's holding you back and what can help you thrive with longevity. Aging is natural, but some of the effects are undesirable, and you don't want to have to just accept it. So this year, as we celebrate 250 years of freedom, ask yourself a simple question. Are you living with the freedom you deserve? Get real answers about your health and get your free health analysis at Longevity Medical Clinic. Find out more at lmclinic.com.
When you see this in your kitchen,
The stainless steel fridge is covered in fingerprints.
you hear this.
Leslie, people are going to think you were raised in a barn or by wolves, or raised in a barn by wolves.
Fortunately, Wyman Stainless Steel 3-in-1 cleans, shines, and protects to give you the best shine. A spray and a wipe will have your fridge shining like a mirror.
Wow, my fridge looks brand new. Your fridge looks amazing, Leslie. Sorry, I was being a little dramatic earlier.
Your kitchen says a lot about you. Let it brag with Wyman.
Liberty Mutual customizes your car and home insurance. And now we're customizing this rush hour ad to keep you calm, which could help your driving. And science says therapy is great for a healthy mindset. So enjoy this 14-second session on us. I think you've done everything right and absolutely nothing wrong. In fact, anything that hasn't gone your way could probably be blamed on your father not being emotionally available because his father wasn't emotionally available, and so on. And now that you're calm and healing, you're probably driving better too.
Liberty, 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 liberty. At Guardian Roofing, Gutters, and Insulation, we know that keeping your home watertight and dry is essential to your family's safety and comfort. Having well-functioning gutters prevents water damage to your home and prolongs the life of your roof. Whether you need a cleaning or a complete gutter install, we do it all. Call today and get $250 off a gutter installation and visit us at guardianroofing.com.
John Curley here. When the AC starts acting up, don't assume you need a whole new system. Home Comfort Alliance, their approach is simple. Repair first, replace only if needed. Their techs diagnose the real problem because a simple fix can often get the cooling back up again and not cost you a full replacement. Need something new? Ask about a heat pump for year-round comfort. That's what we did at the barn. Get real pricing in 60 seconds at homecomfortalliance.com. Call the comfort people. homecomfortalliance.com.
Someone had a birthday.
Yep, 50. Can't believe it.
50 years of wisdom.
Great segue. We have a health reminder from the CDC.
Pneumococcal vaccination is recommended for adults 50 or older. Says here, we're over 6 times more likely to be hospitalized with pneumococcal pneumonia than adults under 50.
I don't love those odds.
Same. Look what I found. Pfizer's Prevnar 20 is proven to help protect adults against pneumococcal pneumonia and invasive pneumococcal disease in just 1 dose, and millions have already gotten it.
Continued approval may depend on a supportive study.
Don't get Prevnar 20 if you have a severe allergy to its ingredients. A weakened immune system may lower your response. Common side effects include injection site pain and swelling, fatigue, headache, muscle, and joint pain. For full prescribing information, please call 1-855-213-2138. Visit Prevnar20.com or talk to your doctor or pharmacist.
I'm on Prevnar20.com now, scheduling my appointment.
Good idea. And happy 50th.
Did you know that nearly half the homes in Western Washington are not properly insulated or not insulated at all? That may be the reason why your home is way too hot in the summer and way too cold in the winter. It may also be the reason that your energy bills are sky high. Right now, Insulation Northwest is offering a free inspection of your home's insulation. This is a $199 value and it's absolutely free, no obligation. Just call today and Insulation Northwest will arrange a time that works with your schedule. We'll perform a thorough exam of your home's insulation and give you the advice you need to start saving thousands. Everyone who calls today will also receive a free infrared screening of your home using the latest technology. This will help reveal any hidden flaws in your home's protective energy blanket. What do you have to lose? It only takes about an hour and it's absolutely free. Call Insulation Northwest today, the real insulation company.
InsulationNorthwest.com. KIRO News Radio is giving you a shot at 4 tickets to see the Seahawks in their preseason home opener, Saturday, August 15th.
To enter, open the KIRO Newsradio app or visit mynorthwest.com/win for details.
You can enter once per day, so the more you enter, the better your chances.
Enter daily from July 28th through August 3rd.
Full details and rules at mynorthwest.com/win.
That's mynorthwest.com/win.
Marcos Casino Resort text line 1-888-973-5476. Welcome. Let's see. The woman that spoke out yesterday didn't get the mic, but yelled out about, because I think the mayor said something. We're trying to find different organizations, nonprofits. They're going to get in there and help with these kids, and and some lady, Jacqueline Bowles, I think off mic, yelled out, that's what we do. You got to pay us. You owe us money.
Yeah.
So anyway, she's going to come on, the clinical director there at Redeem Wellness Centers. I looked up because remember the story that came out of King County where they audited some of these different programs and they found there was a whole bunch of problems. I looked to see they were not on that list, so that's good for her.
Yes.
And find out why they owe them money and why they haven't paid. And I think the city turned around and said, well, it's because you didn't fill out the forms right or something like that. We'll see what the director says. But in the meantime, residents of a West Hollywood neighborhood say that a 3-year-old abandoned construction site has become home to dozens of coyotes. You could go there and adopt them. It sounds like a humane society. Doesn't it?
It's the howl of coyotes who have set up residence in this abandoned construction project in West Hollywood.
All the time, they're howling and hooting, you know what I mean? They're like,
Neighbors have nicked.
If you knew you were going to launch into a coyote imitation, as this guy did, you kind of have it. You'd have it down a little better than that, wouldn't you?
He's winging it.
You think so?
Yeah.
Who have set up residence in this abandoned construction project in West Hollywood.
all the time, they're howling and hooting, you know what I mean? They're like,
Neighbors have nicknamed the 3-year-old abandoned.
Funny thing is, they edited. He probably kept going for like a couple of more minutes till he got it down, but the guy's like, I'm trying to find the good one.
Construction site, the Coyote Condo. After the animals took over the vacant property at Romaine Street and North Spalding Avenue, Ryan has a coyote story. You actually came face to face with a coyote.
And I survived.
Is this tongue-in-cheek? I can't tell.
This is ABC 7.
I looked the coyote dead in his face, and it looked right back at me, and I thought, you know what? I'm going to just go that way.
Oh, my God. We should have warned the audience ahead of time that this...
I love
very
this
upsetting,
guy.
yeah. The trigger warning on this whole story. Hang on. He looked it dead in the face, not dead in the eye. He took up the whole face.
Came face to face with a coyote.
And I survived. I looked the coyote dead in his face.
Well, since you're speaking to us on camera, we would assume you survived.
Oh.
Face, and it looked right back at me. And I thought, you know what? I'm going to just go that way.
Ryan says he didn't get far before this happened.
And I was just walking down to my house over here down the street. I swear I saw like 3 coyotes trying to circle me over here. I was a little frightened, I can't lie. And then I started booking it. I was like, I gotta go home. I can't be attacked by some coyotes, you know what I'm saying?
Unlike Ryan, most...
Yeah, I get it. It's a complex theory of not wanting to be attacked. We're done with it. We'll have to get back to it. It's 52 seconds later. Who knows what happens next? You end up marrying one of them? Here comes Nate checking traffic. Nate, on.
All righty. And Kent, we've got this collision southbound 167 just past 516. It's blocking 2 left lanes, including the toll lane. And we're backed up to 405. So Renton to Auburn has gone up to 35 minutes, about a 15-minute delay here. Seattle to Federal Way, a 40-minute commute, heavy commute from MLK Junior Way to 516. North 405, we're bumper to bumper from I-5 and South Center through those S-curves. South Center to Bellevue's a half hour. Bellevue to Renton a half hour. It's packed from 520 to Coal Creek Parkway. Then you'll thin out. Tacoma to Olympia looking pretty good at 40 minutes. You are crowded through South Tacoma, a little more slowing heading into Olympia. Otherwise, the brunt of this commute looking really good. And the Point Defiance Ferry Terminal reporting a 1-hour wait for drivers. KIRO News Radio, real-time traffic. I'm Nate Connors.
Choke Points with Chris Sullivan.
With Choke Points, we try to answer listeners' questions. It can be as simple as a neighborhood stop sign, or it can be as big as the budget for transportation. I don't care. I'll find the answer for you. It's really easy to get a hold of me at mynorthwest.com. We have a direct link there that gets right to me. You can also do it in the app. You can hit me up on the text line.
Choke Points, presented by Carter Subaru. Tuesdays and Thursdays on KIRO News Radio 97.3 FM.
Guys, did you know your testosterone affects everything in your system, including how you feel and perform every day? Right now, Revive Men's Health Seattle will check your testosterone for free. Knowing your T levels is the first step in understanding if you have low T. Your testosterone level impacts your energy, libido, sleep, weight, hair loss, mood, and even ED. Maintaining an appropriate T level can change your whole life. Most men start to see changes in their hormone levels in their 30s. Experience and results matter. So what are you waiting for? Get your T levels checked today by local, experienced, and trusted men's health experts. They've helped thousands of men since 2011. They're so confident they can help you, they even guarantee it. Call Revive today and schedule your free testosterone test, free exam, and free consultation. Call Revive Men's Health at 206-529-1111. That's 206-529-1111. Or visit ReviveMen'sHealth.com.
Olympic Hot Tub has terrific ways to achieve total wellness at home. Saltwater hot tubs, swim spas, saunas, and cold plunges, all waiting for you. See our current specials with exciting savings at OlympicHotTub.com. Better you, better life.
Life, liberty, and the pursuit of happiness. Those words weren't written for history books. They were written for you. But it's hard to pursue happiness when aging is part of everyday life. John Curley here. Longevity Medical Clinic was created to help people with overall wellness and longevity, including diabetes management, heart health, weight management, inflammation reduction, nutrition, cognitive health, hormone therapy, and more. I can tell you from personal experience, being a patient for 17 years, I have a richer, fuller life, and I'm better able to pursue my own happiness. As America celebrates 250 years of independence, give yourself the chance to reclaim yours. Independence from aging. Take control of your health before small issues become big problems. Experience a smarter, proactive approach to aging, backed by decades of experience with longevity. Do what I did and feel like yourself again. Get your free health analysis at Longevity Medical Clinic. Find out how at lmclinic.com.
I heard a lot of gunfire.
It really sounded like a firework at first.
A community searching for answers.
Breaking news, a mass shooting at Seattle Center.
500 plus people just like stampeding our way. It was horrible. The kids right there screaming, trying to get their dad.
The station you trust when it matters most.
Detectives are working to track down everyone involved.
KIRO News Radio 97.3 FM and mynorthwest.com.
Give your attic an overhaul with new insulation from Guardian Roofing, Gutters, and Insulation. Stay cool all summer, slash utility bills, and boost your home's air quality. Call now and get $300 off attic ceiling and ventilation, or visit us at guardianroofing.com.
G and Ursula on KIRO News Radio.
You're not going to be able to stop what's going to happen.
I hope he's successful.
9 to noon, streaming live on your smart speaker.
It's the best time of the year at Staples, with back-to-school supplies as low as 25 cents, up to 40% off select tech and more at staples.com/back-to-school.
Well, it's official. My friends have all switched to Pure Talk because I told them they could save a bunch of money on a super reliable high-speed network with unlimited data. And because they're my friends, they trust me. As for the rest of you, well, Pure Talk understands that even though you might like me, you're not just going to take my word for it, nor should you. For that reason, and for a very limited time, Pure Talk is offering any of their plans for just $15 a month for the first 3 months, including their top-tier unlimited plan that normally sells for $65 a month. Think of it like a test drive, a super simple way to save $150 while you kick the tires on Pure Talk's blazing fast network, and a fine way to see for yourself why I switched from big wireless, along with a few 100,000 of my closest friends. Dial pound 250, say Mike Rowe, and be connected to Pure Talk's friendly U.S. customer service team. Again, dial pound 250, say Mike Rowe, and let the savings begin.
Your best source for local news. KIRO News Radio, KIRO FM and HD1, Tacoma, Seattle, Northwest News.
ABC News, I'm Michelle Franzen. Renewed hostilities between the U.S. and Iran creating more economic uncertainty. The Federal Reserve Board leaving interest rates unchanged today. ABC's Elizabeth Schulze has more.
In this decision today, 3 Fed officials said they believed rates should go up now. Typically, when we see inflation going up, the Fed does hike rates to try to get those prices under control. What's happening is the Fed is kind of looking at this, and Fed Chair Kevin Warsh said they're still assessing the data, but the tone that he took, the market read that as there will be future interest rate hikes.
Dr. Anthony Fauci, who led the White House coronavirus task force for both the first Trump administration and the Biden administration, appeared at a Senate hearing today about his response to the COVID pandemic and origins. Fauci received a preemptive pardon from Biden and invoked his Fifth Amendment rights. Republicans say they may vote to hold him in contempt. Severe storms continue to impact the Northeast, with the threat of flash flooding still a concern. This is ABC News. Firefighters still battling wildfires in France and Spain, with widespread evacuations still in place. ABC's Marcus Moore is along the fire line.
We're here in France, where crews have been in the process of trying to get ahead of the flames that have been burning, that have already scorched an area 4 times the size of Paris. And they had intended to come to this area to do some preemptive work and lay water down around the area to try to keep it cool, to keep the chance of fires going down. And then just a few moments ago, we saw the smoke rising here. Another fire has popped up.
The CDC says cyclosporiasis cases now top 18,000 across 45 states. Now, while health officials have linked some of these cases to shredded iceberg lettuce served at some Taco Bell restaurants and sourced from Taylor Farms in central Mexico, the agency said it's possible there are still other potential sources and something that officials continue to investigate. I'm Michelle Franzen, ABC News.
Just in, a 15-year-old charged in Sunday's shooting at the Bite of Seattle. The latest after Nate Connors at the traffic desk.
All right, this one brought to us by Harbor Stone Credit Union in Kent, southbound 167, just past 516. We're still on scene of this collision, blocking 2 left lanes, including your toll lane, and you're backed up solidly all the way to 405. So Renton to Auburn right now is a 40-minute commute. That's double the norm for this time of day. Now, northbound 167, just before 405, we've got a new crash right there in the center lane. More vehicles are on your right shoulder. Seattle to Federal Way, plan on a 40-minute trip. It is heavy now from pretty much the Boeing Access Road all the way down to State Route 516. North 405 is struggling this afternoon from South Center through the S-curves, South Center to Bellevue at a half hour. As you head into downtown Seattle, North 5, we've got scattered backups from the Michigan Curve all the way to the Ship Canal Bridge. It's about a half hour to get through this. South 5, you're heavy from the U District to I-90. And down in Soto, police have closed the South Landers Street overpass over the tracks this afternoon. This is a person in crisis situation. Open a money market special online with 3.75 annual percentage yield with full access to your money the entire time at harborstone.com/money market. Insured by NCUA. KIRO News Radio real-time traffic. I'm Nate Connors.
KIRO News Radio. Breaking news.
Good afternoon. I'm Aaron Granello. Justin, King County prosecutors have now filed charges against the 15-year-old arrested at the Bite of Seattle shooting on Sunday night. KIRO News Radio's Frank Lenzi live in studio.
Aaron, he's charged with first-degree assault and unlawful possession of a firearm. The assault charge for allegedly firing multiple times into a crowd. 3 people died, including another suspected shooter. At least 4 other people were hurt. So why no murder charge? Well, the King County Prosecuting Attorney's Office says police have not referred the case as a murder case. The investigation is ongoing, and if police send over information for additional charges, then prosecutors will review that right away. For now, prosecutors are asking a judge to allow that teenager to be tried as an adult. There's a hearing on that set for tomorrow. Aaron?
All right, thank you, Frank. And tonight, a silent vigil is being held at the International Fountain, just steps away from the scene of that shooting. It begins at 6:30. Controversy at last night's Seattle Storm game, where fans rallied for Indiana Fever guard Sophie Cunningham. She recently spoke out against transgender athletes in girls and women's sports. Some fans booed Cunningham, Storm head coach Sonia Rahman.
I know our organization was, working closely with Climate Pledge and with security to just make sure that, everybody feels safe and included and welcome when they walk in this door. And from what I understand, that was successful.
Now, the team later apologized for a confrontation between a Storm minority owner and 2 teenage girls in pro-Cunningham shirts. In a statement to Front Office Sports, the team's majority owner said, quote, "Everyone who attends a Storm game deserves to feel welcome. We remain committed to creating an inclusive environment where every fan is treated with respect." New survey finds Washington's employers are more than twice as likely to expand outside the state than within it. The Association of Washington Business surveyed more than 375 business owners. A third of them say they plan to grow in another state or country, compared to just 14% looking to expand in states. Nearly 4 in 10 rate the state economy as weak, about 7% citing the overall tax burden as their biggest challenge. 16% say they plan to relocate their business out of state entirely. Your forecast now, looking at mostly sunny skies with some clouds over Elliott Bay at this hour. Tomorrow, more sunshine after morning clouds, highs in the upper 70s, low 80s for Friday. Right now, 75 and sunny in downtown Seattle. I'm Aaron Granillo.
Your best source for local news, serving Western Washington and the world with the KIRO News Radio app. Always streaming live on your smart speakers. You're listening to KIRO News Radio, Northwest News.
Oh, just like that. Nothing fancy, Andrew? All right. Got it. John Curley Show. KIRO News Radio, Aaron. Right here for you. Muckleshoot Casino at 1-888-973-5476. I'm in the news. There we go. All right. Interesting bit of news. If you just missed it, they are going to charge 15-year-old with possession of gun. Plus, they don't charge with a murder charge. They're going to do further investigation on it. But they want to try him as an adult at 15. Okay. The ongoing story of the press conference, and it just seems to make news every time the mayor steps up to the mic. At the afternoon press conference, this is on Monday, Wilson was stressing that the city would continue to work with community-based partners on the root cause, she calls it gun violence, okay?
At the press conference held Monday at noon, I shared a little bit about our approach for dealing with gun violence long-term. We are bringing in an expert in gun violence reduction, including youth violence prevention, who will partner with our city staff and our community-based partners to strengthen our coordination and accountability across our existing bodies of work. We remain committed to working with impacted neighborhoods across our city, from Rainier Beach to the Chinatown International District and Little Saigon to Capitol Hill and North Aurora, to address both the immediate impacts and the root causes of gun violence.
Isn't it always interesting, quick side note, DUI, right? Driving under the influence, but it's not car violence. Didn't say gun violence. Well, after she makes that announcement, would you say about seconds later?
It was a couple minutes later because it was
the press was asking different questions, right? And then Jacqueline Bowles from the Redeemer Wellness Center says,
I'm Dr. Jacqueline Bowles with the Redeem Wellness Center, one of your partners, one of your 19 agencies, Mayor, that you have working in the evidence-based violence intervention project. We are part of the hospital-based part. We are also part of the state's evidence-based group. Are you aware we have not been paid? We have not been paid by the city since April, but we have been working. We have been working. We have been receiving clients. We have been receiving referrals. We've been taking care of gunshot victims and their families. We have not stopped any work, but this office refuses to process invoices, refuses to pay us under a reimbursable grant. I have written your office, Joy Hollingsworth's office, your office. How many offices does it take? And this is why we have a problem. We're trying to work. Are you aware? We have not been paid. And I'm not the only agency.
Okay, I am not aware of that, but we will look into it. Thank you.
Dr. Jacqueline Bowles joins us on the line now. How did that feel to stand up there in the middle of that press conference and just let her know that you got some outstanding invoices?
Well, I didn't initially go to the press conference to speak at all. I was just really going to go here because as a partner, as a resident of Seattle, as a native, born and raised, I really wanted to hear what were we going to do. I'm a partner, a vested partner at the table.
Mm-hmm.
So I wanted to know what were we going to do. But as I heard the mayor talk about the program, the violence intervention, the evidence base, she mentioned clearly about how we were at the table just basically a month ago. I felt inclined to let her know. I was like, well, maybe she doesn't really know.
Yeah.
We haven't been paid.
Right. And I looked up your 990 tax return. You guys are running on a very thin budget over there.
Thin.
I mean, it's not even a budget, as you know, Doctor. When you get, you mind if I tell everybody what you get paid?
I don't.
$38,095. You work 40 hours a week. You could get a job at Starbucks pulling lattes and make more money.
Yeah.
You know that.
Yeah.
And when they owe you, and your total amount, your revenue from 2020 to 2024, and most of this was government contributions. You went from 120,000, you hit a high of 257 in 2023, dropped to 216. Most of this is through government contracts, and I can actually see in your return where that money is not paid. So it's not like you need. It's not like we'll float you for a couple of months. You're barely able to keep the lights on over there. So,
there you go.
All right. Well, listen. Here's the good news.
Passionate work.
Yeah, you're not in this for any other reason than that you're a local, been here for a long time, and it bothers you. So here's what we got from the mayor's office. Makes you feel any better. It says that invoices remain under review because the required supporting documentation is still outstanding and other compliance issues were identified during the processing. HSD staff and leadership will meet with your leadership on this is old. This is the 14th of July to review. So apparently there's some paperwork, you're not filling out the paperwork properly. Does that pass the smell test?
That's what we've been doing for 3 months.
Yeah.
It's paperwork back and forth.
Right.
The last meeting was Monday. Paperwork.
Yeah.
Back and forth.
Well, Doctor, you know that, remember when the big story hit a couple of months ago, King County did that audit of some of these restorative things, and you saw, people were taking $200,000 or $1 million and just wasting it, flying here, flying there, buying the nephew something. I mean, there was just big waste. So they might have gotten the note from, hey, make sure everything is crossed, T's crossed, I's dotted. don't be writing any checks. Did you notice that things started to get weird after that audit found, I think, almost $1 billion of waste?
Oh, totally weird.
Okay. All right.
Every system we have worked in, every system I work in, every system I'm involved in got totally weird. And I knew it was going to get weird, which is why I prepared. I said, okay, they're going to give us technical assistance, which is what the state did.
Yeah.
The state said, okay, we know it's going to get weird. We know it's going to get tight. We know we're going to put audits in place. We know we're going to put controls in place. So we're going to ramp up everything as if it is an audit to help you agencies do your work better, because we know we have a problem. And so we can't not fund you on that auspice. We're going to have to make sure we meet somewhere in the middle.
Yeah.
Or nobody wins.
Right. So what they're basically saying, we're going to lead you like a horse. We're going to lead you to water, and then we're going to get a cup of it, and we're going to pour it in your big horse mouth. I mean, they said, we will provide for you any technical assistance you need. If you want an accountant sitting there with a pair of glasses on, and sharp pencils, they will actually fill the stuff out for you, because we don't want you guys to get caught.
That's what the state did. Commerce is amazing with that.
Okay, good. So did you take... Okay, so doctor, did you take advantage of the accountants that they were sending out?
Yes.
Okay.
Commerce actually sits with you, large screen, walks you through, helps you, dot every I, cross every T. They even have a liaison with you in the contract process. An amazing group of people.
Okay, good.
Because they see the big picture.
Right.
That this is long term. They don't want to lose partners, people to quit, this group, that group, no.
Yeah. Let's set aside the ugly work of paperwork. Let's get into the soul. So Dr. Jacqueline Bowles from Redeemer Wellness Center, talk to me about a broken kid, 17 years old, mixed up in the law. Like how? Because I've heard from people that work in this world, they say some you can save and some you can't. Do you believe? And I sense you're a Christian.
Oh yes.
Are all redeemable?
All are redeemable.
How do you help some 17-year-old who's seen, let's create a scenario that you probably agree could occur? Brother's in jail, the other's in grave. There's no father. The mom may or may not be working, living in a horrible neighborhood, kids running with a bad crowd, not going to school, hasn't been in school in a year. Do they come to you? Are they brought to you?
They come to me.
Okay.
They're brought to me.
Okay.
They're brought to me and my husband, yes. We wrap our arms around in love. We believe the principle. In love and in kindness have I drawn thee. That's what we lack in love.
I'm going to assume this kid is pretty closed off to a whole bunch of emotions, because when you're little, you know this, when you're 4 or 5 and you reach up to get love or help, and that person who's supposed to be there for you is not, you start to realize, I guess I'm on my own. And then you don't trust people.
I'm on my own.
You don't
There
trust.
you go.
You don't trust you don't trust strangers. You certainly don't trust the government. You don't trust the cops. You don't trust the teacher. You don't trust anybody. I've got a friend that works in this field, and she said, because she works primarily with girls, Eileen and Callie House, Dr. Natalie Ellington. She said, these girls come to me. She goes, they look at me like you're just somebody else talking. Right? Got arms are closed, wrapped around, looking down. Everything you say is like, yeah, whatever. So how do you break through that, Dr. Bowles?
You break through it one barrier at a time. One advantage that we have is we look like them. that tears the wall down immediately. If I look like you and you look like me.
Okay. Do you have success?
So I'm familiar.
Right. And you're from the neighborhood. You've been there a long time. You're a native of the
I'm from the neighborhood. 9 times out of 10, I raised you. 9 times out of 10, I know your grandmother.
Mm-hmm.
I know your uncle. I know your cousins. I went to school with your mom. My husband went to school with your dad, your uncles. You went to church with me. We all are, my father was a pastor 45 years. We all are associates together.
Yeah.
So our families are crossed. I'm familiar to you. And once we become familiar, that's it. It's over. I trust you. Now I can trust you with my heart. My mother trusts you. My grandmother trusts you. Instant connection.
Mm-hmm.
Now I'm family. Now help me. Because, see, I see, not only did it help, did your husband turn it around, his friends were just like me. They turned it around. Oh, it is possible.
Right.
And we do it one child at a time. That 17-year-old, oh, yes, is redeemable. Do not throw him away.
Well, you've been doing this for how long?
I became a nurse in 1994.
Okay.
And me and my husband opened the Life Center in 2015, and we started the church in 2012. But I've been, I've been involved in community, and, my mother started Tiny Tots before I was born.
Yeah.
So it's a part of my core.
What do the kids end up calling you?
Some call me Pastor Jackie.
Mm-hmm.
Some call me Nurse Jackie. Some call me Dr. Jackie. Some call me Mom. Auntie Jackie is a lot of my name. Auntie Jackie.
Yeah.
Yeah. Mama Jackie. Yeah, Auntie Jackie.
Right.
Because I'm familiar. Yeah.
Right. You say like family.
Mm-hmm.
So you have great perspective. Are things getting worse now than they were, say, 5, 10, or 15 years ago? And if the answer is yes, then the next question is why?
The answer is definitely yes. It's getting worse because it has nothing to do now with gun laws. We should have never even thought it did. Our focus got off. Our focus got off thinking that policing was going to fix a problem. We didn't address the underlying issue. You see, one thing about being in healthcare and medicine and social services and all that kind of work, you understand research that neighborhoods and poverty go hand in hand with violence. And it has nothing to do with ruling with an iron fist by reducing crime. Oh, no. In fact, it makes it worse. What has happened is the focus now went away from community. It went away, and everybody went into silos, and children started raising themselves.
Mm-hmm.
Mothers had to go get 2 and 3 jobs, which meant I was at home by myself much more hours.
Yeah.
Taking care of myself, looking at my phone more. The phone became a babysitter. Influence is greater. Negative influence is more powerful. Schools got busier. You took programming away from schools. You took extracurricular away from schools. Music is totally out of school. The arts, all of those kind of programs are gone, which help develop a child. Oh, yeah, it was going to get worse. because I got to go figure out who I am and who was going to tell me who I was. Something negative. That's the result of what we have going on.
So as these kids become more difficult, do you become stronger?
I am built like a rock. You can't break me. I'm not going anywhere because I've been called to this work. I tell people all the time, I could get up and go make 3 times as much instantly. It's not about money for me.
No.
I'm offered contracts and money to go to New York and go work in Georgia and Hawaii and wherever. It's not about that. I understand we have a problem. And I want to help solve it.
Yeah. Well, there's no doubt I would not want to stand between you and a kid that needs your love. And not just love, but your guidance, the experience that you bring, I'm sure, to a job that, as I mentioned in the very beginning, paying you $38,095 for. I mean, that's
what I'm left with. That's it. Yep. After spending. And I sometimes sit back and laugh.
Yeah.
But God said, I've never seen the righteous forsaken nor his seed beg for bread. So I said, well, God, I'll continue to be obedient.
Well, I'm going to be obedient, not to God, but to Andrew in there because I have to go to traffic. But I'd like to welcome you. Would you, Dr. Jacqueline Bowles from the Redeemer Wellness Center, will you come into the studio one day and spend some time with us?
I sure will.
Okay,
I sure will.
Please do.
I sure will.
Please do. Keep the faith, my friend.
I appreciate you. I'm supposed to tomorrow have a meeting with the city.
Okay.
Somebody in the mayor's office has called me directly.
Okay, good.
And says they're going to work through this invoice and get it done.
There we go.
It remains to be seen. So we'll see.
You keep Joe up to date on this. All right, Doctor. Appreciate it. I got to go to Nate over there in traffic. Thank you. Here comes Nate checking traffic.
Yep, Kent, southbound 167 just past 516. We're dealing with this collision. It's back to blocking just the HOV lane, so we open up a lane for you. You're still backed up to 405. Renton to Auburn, a 40-minute commute, a 20-minute delay. Now, going the opposite direction, northbound 167 just before 405. Our collision has been moved to your right shoulder, but you're backed up to 180th. Auburn to Renton has a 10-minute delay. North 5 into Seattle, bumper to bumper for the Michigan curve to the Ship Canal Bridge, 35 minutes to get through this. South 5 is solid from Lake City Way to the West Seattle Bridge, Linwood to Seattle, 35 minutes. Southbound 99 packed from the Aurora Bridge to the stadiums. Northbound 99 heavy through the tunnel up to South Lake Union. Bellevue to Renton on 405, plan on a half hour. Tacoma to Olympia at 45 minutes. KIRO News Radio real-time traffic. I'm Nate Connors.
Thank you very much, Nate. You know, if the AC starts to act up, and you don't assume right away that, oh boy, I need a whole new unit. You know what you need to do? Call Home Comfort Alliance, because they've been doing this for almost 50 years. They're only going to replace the part that needs to be replaced. They're not going to tell you need a whole new unit. You can see that from customer reviews. People love working with them for their honesty and their professionalism, their expertise. Now, let's go worst case scenario. Whole new AC unit needs to be put in place. How about a heat pump? Keep you cool in the summer, warm in the winter, just like it's supposed to. That's going to be able to save you a whole bunch of money as well. And you want to make sure you use Home Comfort Alliance. They've got a really cool little thing you can do right there on your phone with no pressure, no guesswork. Within 60 seconds, you find out from the honest people there at Home Comfort Alliance exactly how much it's going to cost you to give you some idea to make sure that you stay cool in the summer. And again, if it's kaput, then look at a heat pump. HomeComfortAlliance.com. For heating, cooling, plumbing, electrical needs, it's HomeComfortAlliance.com.
Dear Ursula, I have a group of friends who have bonded over...
Hi, I'm Ursula Voitin from the G and Ursula Show, and I'm launching a new podcast called Ask Ursula. This is your space. Real life, real questions, whether it's about family, friendships, love, and yes, even the fun stuff like travel and finding your signature scent. Hit me up and ask your questions at mynorthwest.com/Ursula. I look forward to connecting with you.
At mynorthwest.com and the G and Ursula YouTube channel.
We all know a cancer diagnosis is physically and emotionally draining, but it can be financially draining too. That's why Northwest Hope and Healing is here to help. I'm Dr. Suzette Miranda, a plastic surgeon who is proud to be part of Northwest Hope and Healing's mission. We provide a lifeline for breast and gynecologic cancer patients. We cover essentials like food, utilities, and childcare so patients can focus on healing. Since the year 2000, we have distributed over $3 million in direct financial assistance to thousands of local cancer patients. And you can make a direct impact. Mark your calendar for Life in Color, a summer brunch, auction, and fashion show on August 23rd at the Somme Hotel and Spa in Woodinville. It's an unforgettable afternoon of hope and inspiration, celebrating local cancer survivors. Get your tickets now for Life in Color on August 23rd. Go to nwhopeandhealing.org to learn more. That's nwhopeandhealing.org.
With Guardian Roofing Gutters and Insulation, maintenance is the key to a long-lasting roof. Need an inspection, repair, restoration, moss removal, or just a cleanup? Call us today. Our first-time customers can save $99. Visit us at guardianroofing.com.
Hey, I want to introduce you guys to a brand new sponsor to the show. I'm very excited to welcome Phil Mitchell from Sunset Auto Family. Welcome to the show, Phil.
Hey, thanks, Jake. Nice to be here.
It's so great to have you here. I want to jump right into something that you guys offer that is such a benefit to anybody out there looking for a vehicle. You guys have 48-hour used vehicle exchange. Tell me a little bit about how that works.
Well, basically, we want to take the fear out of buying a pre-owned vehicle. So we give you 48 hours. You take the car home, you decide if you like it. And if you like it, you keep it. If you don't, you bring it back, and we try to find you something you do like.
All right. So let's say a scenario. I see something I love. I'm worried that it's not going to be there next time. So I jump on it real fast. And then I get it home to my garage, and it doesn't fit. I can bring it back?
You can bring it back, and we'll find you something that does fit. It just takes all the fear out of it. There's no more guilty feelings. You don't have to be stuck with it for 5 years or 10 years. You bring it back, we find you something that works.
Sunset Kia in Auburn, Sunset Ford, and Sunset Chevrolet in Sumner. You just get more at Sunset, and people do like that.
Your old water heater's starting to peter. DayandNight.net. Day and Night has $150 off installation of any new water heater, including tankless, backed by a free lifetime warranty.
Hi, I'm Bruce. When your old water heater leaks or fails, the damage could be catastrophic. Whether you need an emergency replacement or you're planning ahead before it leaks, give us a call and we'll help you get into hot water again.
Get $150 off installation of any new water heater.
DayandNight.net.
Progressive provides protection for your boat and other outdoor vehicles so you can explore new things.
Oh, I can finally try pesto.
We meant like water skiing.
I've just never had pesto.
Or maybe take the boat somewhere new.
I mean, is pesto spicy or sweet? Oh, guess we'll find out, right?
Right. Bundle home or auto insurance with your boat, RV, or motorcycle and stay protected with Progressive while you explore.
I don't know. Maybe I'm not ready for pesto.
Progressive Casualty Insurance Company and Affiliates. Not available in all states or situations.
Everywhere you look, things are getting more expensive. But at Consumer Cellular, we're lowering the price for those 50 and up. Now you can get unlimited everything for just $35 a line. That's $35 a month for unlimited talk, text, and data. Switch to the carrier ranked #1 in network coverage and customer satisfaction and get unlimited everything for just $35 a month. Call 1-888-FREEDOM or visit Consumer Cellular online or in-store today. Price includes $5 credit for auto pay and e-billing. Taxes and fees apply. Data speeds reduced after 35 gigabytes. Rankings done by 2025 ACSI survey.
KIRO News Radio 97.3 FM Northwest News. Now, the latest from KIRO News Radio and mynorthwest.com.
Good afternoon. I'm Aaron Granillo. A 15-year-old now charged in the fatal shooting at the Bight of Seattle on Sunday that killed 3 people. KIRO 7 TV's Nia Bliss says the boy faces first-degree assault and unlawful possession of a firearm.
No murder charges, and that's because prosecutors say that police investigators have not referred this to them as a murder case. But this is still an ongoing investigation, and if that does come down and it does get sent to their office as a murder case, they say they will be looking into that.
Prosecutors say they're also requesting the teen be tried as an adult. A hearing to begin that process is set for tomorrow morning at 9 o'clock. Unprecedented and catastrophic. That is how the dean of the University of Washington School of Law is describing a technology breakdown that shut down yesterday's bar exam in Yakima. In a letter to the state Supreme Court, the dean says it left hundreds of applicants unable to take the test. UW, Seattle University, and Gonzaga now asking the courts to grant emergency diploma privilege, allowing affected graduates to become licensed attorneys without taking the bar exam. State Bar says it's working on a makeup test in September. Microsoft says its AI bet is paying off. Company reported quarterly revenue of $90 billion. That's up 18% over the same period last year, blowing past analyst estimates. CEO Satya Nadella says they have two goals moving forward.
First, ensuring AI empowers every person, amplifying their agency and ambition. And second, empowering every organization to build their own continuous learning loop and ensuring that they don't outsource their core IP.
Microsoft's cloud business jumped 27%. Shares of the company climbing nearly 3% in after-hours trading. Starbucks stock also climbing after its latest earnings report. Coffee giant posted more than $9 billion in quarterly revenue. That beat Wall Street expectations, but it was still down 1% from 1 year ago. At 4:34 now, we have Nate Connors, the real-time traffic desk.
Brought to you by KIRO Newsradio App. In Kent, we just cleared that crash southbound 167 just past 516. We're still heavy coming off 405. Renton to Auburn's at 40 minutes, but now that we've opened up these lanes, this is going to start to improve pretty rapidly. Bellevue to Renton on 405, plan on a half hour. We're slow from 520 all the way to Northeast 44th near the VMAC. Got another thick backup down there in South Center. North 405 is bumper to bumper in South Center coming off I-5 through the S-curves. Here in Seattle, North 5 solid from the Michigan curve to the Ship Canal Bridge now, 40 minutes to get through this. South 5 is solid from about 80th to the West Seattle Bridge. Linwood to Seattle closing in on 40 minutes. Seattle to Everett, 55 minutes. Bellevue to Everett, an hour and 5 minutes. And Everett to Marysville pushing 25-minute commute. Open a money market special online with 3.75 annual percentage yield with full access to your money the entire time at harborstone.com/moneymarket. Insured by NCUA. KIRO News Radio, real-time traffic. I'm Nate Connors.
Nice forecast for the next few days. Morning clouds followed by afternoon sunshine. Highs in the mid to upper 70s for tomorrow, and then low 80s on Friday. Dipping back down to the low 70s for Saturday and Sunday. For Seafair weekend, could see some clouds and some light rain at times. Right now, 75 and sunny in downtown Seattle. I'm Aaron Granillo, KIRO News Radio.
Your best source for local news. You're listening to KIRO News Radio, Northwest News.
It starts on your street, in your home, with a problem you're struggling to solve. That's where KIRO 7 Investigates comes in. They show up. They ask hard questions. They get you answers. When your story is seen, change isn't just possible, it's already happening. Watch KIRO 7 News weeknights, 5 to 6:30 p.m. and at KIRO7.com/investigates.
Bucky's Auto Service Centers. Bucky's Auto Service Centers. That's what William Shatner did. Take the car to Bucky's. 16 locations. 51 years. That's Bucky's. Bucky's Auto Service Centers. Bucky's Auto Service Centers. Bucky's Auto Service Centers. Bucky's Auto Service Centers. Nice. It's my William Shatner thing. Remember he did that with the Rocket Man.
Oh, yes.
Okay, we'll try this again.
On
Phil?
such a timeless flight. And I think it's going to be a long, long time. The touchdown brings me around again to find I'm not the man they think I am at home. No. I'm a rocket man. Rocket man. Burning out his fuse up here alone. I think it's going to be a long, long time.
Okay.
You got to watch in order to enjoy the radio show. We're doing more than just talking.
That's right.
All right. So yesterday, the Sophie Cunningham, if you're not following the story, so Sophie Cunningham, wonderful basketball player, comes in town, going to play the Storm. And Cunningham had said, I think a couple weeks ago, supporting making sure girls play in girl sports, boys play in boy sports, no boys in girl sports. Bang, that's it, right? As everybody knows, the initiative's coming up on this. You get a chance to vote on it. Basically saying, because the state is saying, oh no, if you're a boy who thinks she's a girl, then you can play with a bunch of girls. And the girls are like, hey, we just want to play with girls. We don't want to be in the locker room with the boys. We just want girls on our court, on our field, and the boys can play somewhere else. And that's the way the girls want to go. So you have a chance to vote on this. It's going to be on the ballot. Well, so Cunningham makes the comment that she is, in favor of this. She likes this idea. Girls play with girls, boys play with boys. So then was it Brandy was asked to go down there, or they were going to have it wasn't an organized protest. There's 2 high school girls that are very well spoken that are kind of found themselves in the middle of this thing because they've been competing, not that they wanted to, but boys have competed against them.
Yeah, one I think has been there was somebody in particular in her class that she ends up competing against,
right.
Year after year after year.
Yeah. Okay. So they go down there, and there are people that are, yes, girls in girl sports, boys out of girl sports. They were asked by the Storm folks that have the security there, stay down on the sidewalk. You're not allowed up here on this area because this is the Climate Pledge Arena. This is sort of private, quasi-public property. But any political stuff goes out on the sidewalk up there. Well, they happen to notice the people that are, girls in girl sports. They look up and there's people there with these signs that says "No hate in Washington," which is the counter to the people that want to have girls playing only against girls. So, and the property owned by the Seattle Storm or by the Climate Pledge Arena, look at that. They've got political signs. We're down here, they're up there. But that's the way it goes. Then during the game, they were told, no signs coming in, nothing political, we don't do any political stuff. But according to, where do we get this thing? That they decided they would have, this is what they said, that they made an exception on this one particular night to allow them to have political signs.
Right. A one-day exception for the people that were calling this an anti-trans rally.
Right. No hate in Washington.
Right, yeah.
All right. So then it's like, well, that seems a little strange, but, they set it all up there. Brandy was asked about her group not bringing in the signs.
When you go in, if you're going into the game, we want to respect the rules that they have in the game. No blatantly political messaging. So if you brought a sign that is political in nature, just make sure you leave it outside because we don't want to disrupt the game in any way. Unlike other people, we're not going to glue ourselves to the floor and demand that people listen to us. And unfortunately, some of the female athletes who wanted to be here no longer felt safe because of some rhetoric online calling this a transphobic rally, which it's not. And so their parents have brought them inside, but they'll meet us in there after the fact. That's just the reality of what we're faced with.
So 2 of the teenagers that sat courtside had this to say.
Well, we were just sitting there with our signs that said, we love Sophie, thank you, Sophie, for speaking up. And so we were holding on, just watching the game. Again, we were being super great. We hadn't said anything to anyone else. We were being super respectful. We were just holding our signs and cheering for both teams. And this older lady comes up to us. And she comes up to us, and at first I think she's going to be nice. And then she asks, what are you guys doing? Or something like that. And then it was Jesus loves everyone. That's what she told us. And I was like, oh, I know. I'm religious. I know. I know. Nice. Yeah. And she's like, oh, I hope Jesus can forgive you for what sin you've done. And something like that. And then she told us that we were effing insane. And she's like, and she went effing insane. Yeah. She's like, you better stop this. And stop pulling. Yeah. And
Jesus loves you and you're effing insane.
For you guys
I
to
hope
come
God
here
can
and
save
pull
you.
This. Yeah. Did she say effing insane or? She said the word. Yeah.
And nobody around you spoke up for you.
So who was it that said that? It was somebody from the Storm?
It was Storm co-owner Celeste Keaton.
Okay. And then after this news gets out, then the Storm folks apologized to the girls.
Yes, the majority owner came out and issued a formal apology.
Right. Okay. You know, it's an interesting sort of little tidbit that the WNBA practices against men. And other teams do as well. The Storm does, and sometimes college players will. I know the Sparks compete against men. They put it online, hey, if you'd like to come down and compete against us, we do. The reason they do it, WNBA says, is because it gives us an opportunity to have more contact, to be pressed a little harder, to have to work a little harder, move a little faster, and more just more, that's not the word, kinetic energy. There's just more mass you have to move around, and you've got to be a little quicker, a little faster because the men have the biological advantage. So it ups their game. And it also keeps the players fresher. They don't have to scrimmage against each other. A little ironic twist. KIRO's Nate checking traffic at 8 time.
All right, let's get you through Seattle, North 5, bumper to bumper from the Michigan Curve to the Ship Canal Bridge. About 40 minutes to get through this. South 5 is bumper to bumper from Lake City Wade all the way to the West Seattle Bridge. Linwood to Seattle, also 35. Now, Seattle to Everett, just under an hour and 55 minutes. We're slow from Northgate to Mill Creek and real thick through Shoreline. Bellevue to Everett, an hour 5 with scattered backups between Bellevue and Alderwood. Everett to Marysville, 25 minutes. Now, we're stop and go from 526 all the way up past 528. And if you're heading through Smoky Point, South 5, about a mile past State Route 531, a collision blocks the right lane. KIRO News Radio, real-time traffic. I'm Nate Connors.
Thank you, Nate Connors. Much appreciated. If you are over the age of 50, you don't want to wear readers or glasses or contacts, and you're concerned about a cataract, how about this? You don't have to wear glasses anymore. You don't have to have contacts anymore. You don't have to hold a whole bunch of pairs of glasses to be able to see at night and then up close and then a little further away. Nope, not anymore. Imagine having 20/20 vision, being over the age of 50. I hate to brag, you know me. I don't want to brag about this, but I went to K2 Vision about 6 years ago. Met Dr. Kopstein there, and when I found out he's done more than 100,000 of these procedures, I was like, okay, let's do it. He said, well, it's going to take about 5 minutes on one eye, 5 on the other, and the nice thing is, it's going to have a great result for you. And sure enough, when I went back in the next day and I got tested, I have 20/20 vision. Still do. K2VisionRLE.com. I'm sure you've got lots of questions. You want them answered, and you also want to be able to get rid of those readers and contacts and glasses. You don't have to wear those again and have 20/20 vision. K2VisionRLE.com. That's K2VisionRLE.com.
I heard a lot of gunfire.
It really sounded like a firework at first.
A community searching for answers.
Breaking news, a mass shooting at Seattle Center.
500 plus people just like stampeding our way.
It was horrible. The kids right there screaming, trying to get their dad.
The station you trust when it matters most.
Detectives are working to track down everyone involved.
KIRO News Radio. 97.3 FM and mynorthwest.com.
The IRS finally caught up with Louie.
I hadn't paid my taxes in 8 years. I owe the IRS a lot of money.
Louie was in deep trouble.
We're going to take your house, put a lien on your bank account, garnish your pay. They don't care. They're going to take your paycheck.
Louie found out about Optima Tax Relief, the leading tax resolution firm. A-plus rated by the Better Business Bureau, they've resolved over $3 billion for their clients.
Optima Tax, they help me. They calm me down. They make me feel comfortable, and I trust them.
Louie has a lot to be thankful for.
I don't owe the IRS anymore, and I'm able to live a comfortable life, a lot better life. It was because of Optima Tax.
For tax help you can trust, call Optima now for a free consultation. Take it from Louie.
If you owe the IRS, don't go it alone. Give Optima Tax a call. They can help you.
Call 800-343-6460. 800-343-6460. 800-343-6460.
Optima Tax Relief.
Testimonial from an actual client. Some restrictions apply. For complete details, please visit OptimaTaxRelief.com.
1-877 Cars for Kids. KARS Cars for Kids. 1-877 Cars for Kids. Donate your car today.
Call 877 Cars for Kids to reach a friendly live agent. Donation is super easy, and your car can be picked up as soon as tomorrow. Call us now or go to carsforkids.org.
7 Cars for Kids. Donate your car today.
Did you know you can donate real estate too?
Rev up your summer at LeMay, America's Car Museum. Explore the new British bike exhibition, professional level race simulators, and mark your calendar for Tacoma Cars and Coffee or family drive-in movie nights. Plan your visit now at americascarmuseum.org.
Guys, did you know your testosterone level impacts your energy, libido, sleep, weight, hair loss, mood, and even ED? And right now, Revive Men's Health Seattle will check your testosterone for free. They've helped thousands of men since 2011 feel and perform better. They're so confident they can help you, they even guarantee it. Schedule your free testosterone test, exam, and consultation today Call 206-529-1111. That's 206-529-1111. Or visit ReviveMen'sHealth.com.
This is Justin Shirley, CEO of State Roofing and Exteriors. Our summertime savings event means zero down, zero payments, and zero interest for up to 24 months, backed by our unbeatable warranties. Call 866-ROOF-ROOF or visit stateroofing.com today.
Summer is the time to feel and look your best, but I'm not talking about your abs or tan. Guys, I'm talking about your hair. Restore that bald spot, reverse your receding hairline, or add volume to thinning during Advanced Hair's once yearly summer savings event. Advanced Hair's simple one-day treatment begins to regrow your very own hair the very next day, and they guarantee your new hair will grow. They are the team that addressed my hair loss, and I recommend them to everyone. Take advantage of your flexible summer calendar and get the most hair for your dollar. Advanced Hair's summer sales event is on for a limited time. So get the details and schedule your free consultation today. 425-449-8185. One-day treatment, life-changing results. With Advanced Hair, your new hair is guaranteed to grow. Check out the incredible before and afters and make the call now while their summer savings event is still on. That's 425-449-8185 or advancedhair.com.
Experience the thrill of seeing orcas and humpback whales with Puget Sound Express. Join their family-run tours for guaranteed whale sightings departing daily from Edmonds. These are Seattle's most popular and well-reviewed whale tours. Book now at PugetSoundExpress.com.
There we are. Are we going back to Joe's hole? Any chance on this one? Let's see. You haven't been to your hole yet.
Not yet.
All right.
Still time.
Senator Mitch McConnell from Kentucky, not in the best shape for the last, what would you say, 5 to 10, 15, 30 years? Anyway, God love him. He's served for a very, very long time. And they want proof of life. Is he still alive, right?
Senator McConnell's office sent us a new statement, including this picture of him and his wife, they say was taken yesterday. In a quote attributed to the senator, he says he is continuing intensive physical therapy and he is not yet cleared to return to Congress. He also said he will not attend Fancy Farm this weekend. The annual picnic in Western Kentucky is the state's premier political event that he has attended for more than 40 years.
Yeah, he fell. He's had, remember, was it last year? All of a sudden just sort of froze up. Mm-hmm. He's had a good life. He served for a very, very long time, born in 1942. And he's been in the Senate since 1985. He's a Senator of Kentucky in 1985, became the leader 07 to 20. Wow, good Lord. Yesterday, the governor, Andy Beshear, called Mitch McConnell to prove he can continue to serve. He wants proof that he can either serve or resign.
All I'm asking for, and the people of Kentucky are asking for, is transparency and honesty, that Senator McConnell still has the capacity to serve. And I hope he does. I wish him well. I hope his health is improving. But if he can have a 17 minutes conversation with his protege, he can call into any of your news stations for 3. All we're asking is just a little bit of proof. And I get that everybody wants a certain level of privacy, but when you run for these jobs, you know you're giving some of that up. We have seen rampant speculation across social media and elsewhere. It could all be fully avoided, and it's all within Senator McConnell's power. But because he won't do that, the fact is that we don't know.
Oh, my gosh. The Senate is a battleground for the midterm, right? You keep him in there, whatever state he's in, or then if he's out, then the governor will appoint somebody.
If he's out before August 3rd.
Yes.
If he makes
right,
it.
That's the deadline on this thing. Emphasis on deadline. Yeah. Deadline. So, yeah, then the 3rd. So Andy ended up putting somebody in there.
And he makes a great point, though. All it would take is a phone call with a video camera nearby. Just
give us a call.
Yeah, just give us a couple minutes and a microphone. Get the camera rolling on your wife's phone that clearly takes pictures, and the pictures are just.
You don't believe him?
No, they're too. If he is in the condition that he appears to be in those pictures, then he would be absolutely be doing interviews or calling in or shooting videos or something.
Because they're doing couples yoga.
That's right.
Mitch McConnell honors late friend Lindsey Graham with 47 days moment of silence. That's from Babylon Bee. I think the average age is something like, is it 67 in the Senate?
Oh, yeah.
Oh, it's just like at a certain point, and there's nothing in the Constitution that says, the age you get out of there. And once they get in, it's a weird thing because, well, you've got all of that knowledge. You don't want to go out. They don't want to take a chance on somebody new. So they just keep running the same people, and they keep winning because 85% of the time the incumbent wins.
We got to have term limits in these jobs.
Yeah. Oh, there's a crazy experiment that was done where they would show people photographs. They ever read this? They said, look at these photographs for 1 second and then determine who was the winner in these races. And it was all over the world. So you couldn't tell if you like an American go, well, that's a senator. Or each person look at, bang, 1 second. Did this person win or this person? Did this person win or this person? 75% of the time they guessed it correct just simply on the way the person looked. Just a look. Right?
Were they old? Did they have?
No, just physically. It wasn't like one guy was really, really old in a wheelchair. And the wheelchair guy must have won. No, just how the facial structure is. Then they ask kids from the age of 4 to 11, which person would you trust to be the captain of your boat? Right? And same thing within second. And those kids got every single one. They guessed that one, and those were all the winners in the elections. So it's biological. Your brain just, well, that looks like somebody I would trust. And that, so bizarre. Right? Maybe that's a problem. Here comes Nate checking traffic. Nate,
all right, this one brought to you by your Seattle Sports. Southbound 167 is packed coming off 405 down to 516 as we recover from an earlier crash. It cleared about a half hour ago. Renton to Auburn, 40 minutes. This has sent drivers seeking alternate routes this afternoon, including the West Valley Highway, the East Valley Highway, Central Avenue. They are all packed through Renton and Kent. Seattle to Federal Way is 40 minutes, and we're heavy from Interurban down to 516. Both directions of 405 are jam-packed through South Center, basically between I-5 and the Valley Freeway. North 5 through Seattle is jam-packed from the Michigan Curve to the Ship Canal Bridge. South 5, we're bumper to bumper from 80th to the West Seattle Bridge. And Tacoma to Olympia, you're doing all right at 40 minutes. You can always listen to your favorite local sports content on the FM dial on 97.3 HD2. KIRO News Radio, real-time traffic. I'm Nate Connors.
Choke Points with Chris Sullivan.
With Choke Points, we try to answer listeners' questions. It can be as simple as a neighborhood stop sign, or it can be as big as the budget for transportation. I don't care. I'll find the answer for you. It's really easy to get a hold of me at mynorthwest.com. We have a direct link there that gets right to me. You can also do it in the app. You can hit me up on the text line.
Choke Points, presented by Carter Subaru. Tuesdays and Thursdays on KIRO News Radio 97.3 FM.
If there's one thing you can count on, it's 24/7 protection when you bundle home and auto insurance with Progressive. And if there's two things you can count on, it's your smoke detector battery dying at 3 a.m. Not 3 p.m. on a Saturday when you have nothing going on, but in the middle of the night when you're fast asleep.
Oh, come on!
Get 24/7 protection when you bundle home and auto with Progressive. Just one more thing you can count on. Progressive Casualty Insurance Company affiliates and third-party insurers. Not available in all states or situations.
If the world were like a Sleep Number mattress, everything would adapt for your comfort. Your coffee would never get cold. Your flight would always be on time. And your mattress would always respond to you and your unique sleep needs. Sleep Number mattresses are designed to respond to your body and shift with your changing life, helping you fall asleep faster and stay asleep longer. To experience a whole new world of comfort, visit a Sleep Number store or go to sleepnumber.com. Sleep Number. To a good life's sleep.
If your water heater's failing or running out too fast, we've got CM Heating's Comfort as a Service program. Get a new system starting at just $44.99 a month with lifetime repairs and maintenance included. Book your free estimate today at cmheating.com.
License number CMHEAHL 750LP.
Hey, Jake Skorheim here. Buckle up. It's going to be a hot summer. And if you have poor or no insulation in your attic, you could be losing up to 40% of your energy efficiency. Fortunately, Valentine Roofing has you covered. This summer, bundle energy-saving attic insulation with a new roof and save 10%. Plus, with no money down on your project, you don't pay until your project is complete. Call 206 Roofing to save 10% when you bundle a new roof and attic insulation. That's 206 Roofing. And remember, when you see the red Valentine van, you know your home is in good hands.
If you're worried your friend may be struggling, remember, you don't have to be there to be there.
You could say how are you or get a fake tattoo. You could ask with an app if it works for you. You could chat on the game, kick off your flip-flops. You could ask on your couch while you binge watch. Whatever gets you talking.
Reach out to a friend about their mental health. Learn how you can help at seizetheawkward.org. Brought to you by the Ad Council, American Foundation for Suicide Prevention, and the JED Foundation.
You pledged your life to serve. You made sacrifices, lost loved ones. At VA, we don't see the falls you've taken. We see the 1,000 times you've stood back up. We embrace your uniqueness and won't trivialize your hardships. We can't promise to heal all wounds or wash away all trauma, but we do see a path forward. We see all veterans. We see you. Learn how treatment works and recovery is possible. Visit maketheconnection.net.
G and Ursula.
Contrary to what y'all might believe, sometimes on the G and Ursula show, G forgets to show up.
9 to noon.
I count on all of you listening to carry me through.
Subscribe to the G and Ursula show on YouTube and watch live or later.
Olympic Hot Tub has more ways than ever to achieve total wellness at home. Immerse yourself in a saltwater hot spring spa and let jets melt stress away. Enjoy a refreshing swim in an endless pool swim spa. Retreat to healing warmth and detox in a Tilo sauna. Then awaken mind and body with a cold plunge. You'll be saying, in no time. Your path to wellness starts today at Olympic Hot Tub. Current specials with exciting savings at olympichottub.com. Better you, better life.
Hey, how's your money situation? Are you ready for retirement? Well, if you want to know what the pros are doing to make wealth multiply and retire like royalty, then you need to listen to this show, Sound Path Through Retirement, with Ben Koval and Matt Leibarger. Get your money right and tune in every weekend, Saturdays at 10 a.m. and noon on KIRO Newsradio 97.3 FM.
At Guardian Roofing, Gutters, and Insulation, we make protecting your home simple and affordable. With flexible financing and 20-plus years of trusted service, you can count on lasting quality from Guardian. Visit GuardianRoofing.com today.
Your best source for local news. KIRO News Radio. KIRO FM and HD1. Tacoma, Seattle. Northwest News.
ABC News, I'm Dave Packard. Dr. Anthony Fauci refused to answer questions from a Senate committee today looking into the origins of COVID-19, invoking his Fifth Amendment rights, and accusing committee chair Rand Paul of having an unhinged obsession with him.
Any reasonable person who has followed his unhinged obsession with me would readily come to the same conclusion.
Paul's 2023 book, Deception, The Great Cover-Up, features Fauci's face on the cover. President Trump says the most recent Iran missile attacks will not go unanswered, saying, quote, we're going to hit them very hard. The Federal Reserve has voted to keep interest rates where they are for now. The Trump administration is ending subsidies to the Medicare Part D program. Some 25 million older Americans could see premiums rise, the administration says, by less than $10 a month, but other estimates put the increase at closer to $20 per recipient. This is ABC News. Some schools are turning to modern-day technology to confront a modern-day threat, drones to distract active shooters.
The aircraft, called Campus Guardian Angel, can ram into a threat at 50 miles per hour. Mithril Defense, the company behind the drone, says they'll be stored at the schools so teachers can activate them during an emergency. But some parents are raising concerns.
They are operated remotely from Texas.
Critics also argue the drones could misidentify a threat, and they argue school resources should go towards preventing gun violence.
ABC's Sophie Flay. Elon Musk's company XAI is suing Minnesota over a law banning the use of artificial intelligence to create fake nude images of real people. The company says the law extends far beyond its goal by banning constitutionally protected images. Attorney General Keith Ellison calls using AI to generate nudes of people against their will appalling. Dave Packer, ABC News.
Coming up, the first charges filed in connection to the Seattle Center shooting. That's after Nate Connors at the traffic desk.
All right, Aaron, your Seattle Mariners have the update. Southbound 167, we're packed coming off 405 down to 516 from an earlier crash that cleared well over a half hour ago. So Renton to Auburn right now is at about 35 minutes. Now, you'll notice a lot of alternate routes around that area are jam-packed as well because drivers left that freeway a long time ago to try to find a better route. But the West Valley Highway, East Valley Highway, Central Avenue, they are all packed between Renton and Kent. Bellevue to South Center, a 40-minute trip. You got a typical backup from Bellevue to Renton, and then you're just barely moving between 167 and I-5 through South Center. North 5 in Seattle, we're bumper to bumper from the Michigan Curve to the Ship Canal Bridge. 35 minutes get you through this. South 5, heavy from Northgate to I-90. 45-minute trip now from Linwood into downtown. Seattle to Everett, 45 minutes. We're solid from Northgate to Mill Creek. Bellevue to Everett at 50. We're slow from Bellevue into Bothell, again in Alderwood, and Everett to Marysville at 25 minutes. Don't miss the biggest event of the year at T-Mobile Park, 50 Season Celebration Night on August 8th, presented by Daktronics. Get your tickets at mariners.com. KIRO News Radio, real-time traffic. I'm Nate Connors.
KIRO News Radio, 97.3 FM, Northwest News. Now, the latest from KIRO News Radio and mynorthwest.com.
Good evening, I'm Aaron Granillo. King County prosecutors have now filed charges against that 15-year-old arrested at the Bite of Seattle shooting on Sunday night. Here's KIRO News Radio's Frank Lindsay.
He's charged with first-degree assault. Casey McNerthney in the King County Prosecuting Attorney's Office says police believe they can show that he fired shots into the crowd, thus the assault charge. But at this point, they don't know if he hit anybody or not. They're still trying to figure that out.
And I would imagine that includes what bullets from which guns, and that investigation could go on for several more days or weeks.
Depending on what they find, additional charges, including murder, could be filed. Either way, prosecutors are asking that this boy be tried as an adult. Frank Lindsay, KIRO News Radio.
Now, a vigil is set for tonight at 6:30 at the International Fountain, just steps away from that shooting in Seattle Center. Meantime, Mayor Katie Wilson says she will bring in a consultant to work with agencies to help stop gun violence. Now the city's being accused of not paying those agencies it works with currently.
Dr. Jacqueline Bowles, clinical director at Redeemed Wellness Center, attended Tuesday's news conference and demanded to know why her agency that focuses on violence intervention and prevention has not been paid since April. Dr. Bowles says the city owes her $65,000.
Are you aware we have not been paid? This office refuses to process invoices, refuses to pay us.
During our interview, Dr. Bowles says someone from the mayor's office called to set up a meeting and tried to solve the problem. We've reached out to the mayor's office for comment, but so far have not heard back. James Lynch, KIRO News Radio.
City released a statement. It says it is working with the Wellness Center to resolve the issue. Seattle Storm apologizing to two teenage girls who were supporting Indiana Fever guard Sophie Cunningham at last night's game. The girls were sitting courtside wearing pro-Cunningham shirts when Storm minority owner Celeste Keaton confronted them. Incident came after fans rallied for Cunningham, who opposes transgender athletes in girls and women's sports. In a statement to Front Office Sports, the Storm's majority owner says the team remains committed to creating an inclusive environment where every fan is treated with respect. Your forecast now. We are looking at some increasing clouds tonight. Tomorrow, afternoon sunshine, highs in the upper 70s, low 80s for Friday, and low 70s again for the weekend. Chance for some clouds and light showers for Seafair. 75 degrees right now in downtown Seattle. I'm Aaron Granillo, KIRO News Radio.
Your best source for local news, serving Western Washington and the world with a KIRO News Radio app. Always streaming live on your smart speakers. You're listening to KIRO News Radio, Northwest News.
You got it. Here we go. With the John Curley Show. Thank you, everybody. Muckleshoot Casino Resort text line. What do you call it? A text-a-lanche? Like an avalanche of Texas?
Text-a-lanche, I believe.
What's that food you're eating there? Diving in.
I'm going to get right to it. Enumclaw is not happy at all, and they have every reason to be concerned because there is a guy that has quite the extensive history of violence and sexual violence, and I was reading through, and I'm not going to read it in order to shock you or to make my point, but you could just imagine somebody that is considered to be so dangerous that when one government official sends information about this guy to somebody in the media, that government official says, please don't include my name in the email and take my name off anything you send because I'm just concerned for my own safety. Okay, that's somebody who works with people that are in trouble wanting to be protected, so his name is not attached because that's how concerned people are about Robert Law. So I wanted to find out what's happening there in Enumclaw. So we called, and we have her on the Kathy Dahlquist. Are you with me now on the line? You there?
Yes, I'm here.
Good. So you were with your state representative there in Olympia from 2011 and 2015. You worked on public safety. You then ran for Senate, didn't win on that one, but thanks for your service there from 2011 to 2015. Talk to me, first of all, as a former lawmaker and somebody involved in the community. Walk us through how somebody like this, who was on McNeil Island, who then is released to Enumclaw and not, put into some sort of, government home where they're watched, but just here you are. Tell us how this happens.
Well, what's happened in the past, and first I'll back up to 2023 when Enumclaw was hit with another one of these individuals by the name of sexually violent predator that was taken off of McNeil Island and put into what they call a less restrictive alternative, a state housing that they pay an individual who owns a home, a private individual, and that individual ended up being a fella who is a polygraph examiner on the island that houses these sex offenders. So it's like a transition housing, right? So a step down. So this fella, sexually violent predator Stephen Knapp, was placed here in Enumclaw. We were successful over a period of time in banding together. We created a nonprofit called Save Our Children Enumclaw. We were able to shut it down. And how we got it shut down is we were able to show up at a court hearing after Stephen Knapp had gotten caught fashioning a wooden stake into a weapon. He wanted to make a spear. He said he was protecting himself, and he was picked up, sent back to the SEC, and they wanted to bring him back to Enumclaw. We were able to intervene, show up in Seattle, and testify and told the judge, hey, this is an unsafe placement. We're not about NIMBYism. We're not about giving folks, like out. You can't stay in our neighborhood. Yeah. There are laws in place that allow these guys to be released. The fellow you're talking about, Robert Law or Lowe, Lough.
Yeah.
He was released unconditionally in Enumclaw on July 8th. He is one of the most violent predators ever to be released from McNeil Island. And you're asking how he got released or why he got released?
Yeah, from what I understand, Kathy, so a judge, and this is, the judge has to determine, he's got a little piece of paper, got all the, here's everything the guy's done.
Yep.
You got two boxes there. One box is he violent? Okay. Is he sexually violent? Or is part of his violence include sexual assault? Because he's raped a number of times. He's raped people. So the judge then has to go, okay, violent or sex violent. From the preponderance of evidence, I'm going to go violent, checks that box. And then, from my understanding, then the person can be released into the community. Is that right?
Well, that's not really right. There's two things that qualify these guys to be considered sexually violent predators within the law. You have to have a personality disorder and or a mental abnormality.
Okay.
And what I've been told by the King County Prosecutor's Office, most of the individuals that are civilly committed under the law after they serve their prison sentences, they have both.
Okay.
Mr. Lau, he only has a personality disorder, which he has been diagnosed as a sociopath.
Okay.
Now, he is a very violent sociopath. So he was one of the only person held at McNeil with just a personality disorder. So the judge, now this was done by a psychologist, and a psychologist out of California who the state and the public defender's office agreed on, and she's the one who drafted the report that said he was no longer sexually violent, but at a high risk of being a violent offender again. And so the judge made the decision based on the psychological report.
Right, because there's no way the judge is going to be able to determine by, a bunch
Correct.
of paperwork and boxes checked or something else. So they bring in, quote unquote, an expert, and that expert then goes, well, he would have a propensity for violence, but it won't
Correct.
be sexual. Well, that's got to feel comforting for everybody in Enumclaw.
Not at all, because
Kathy,
I guess our question, our question is they're evaluated on an annual basis. What changed from last year to this year? He has never agreed to treatment. He has never shown remorse. He blames his victims, for his behavior.
Yeah.
He's a sociopath. Let's remember this.
Right.
So he has never taken accountability. The only treatment he ever went to a couple of AA meetings while he was at the Special Commitment Center. Never anything in prison. Now, the guy's been locked up. He was locked up in prison in 1986. After he was released, he got 30 years. He got a bunch of years added on because he was extremely violent in prison. And in fact, he did things like he got some of he recruited security threat group members to assault the guards. And he would write on a T-shirt, hey, I'll give you $100 if you sock a cop. If you stab a cop, I'll give you 1,000. And then he would name certain security officers, and he'd say, hey, if you stab, Lieutenant Gleason, I'll give you $5,000. So he was a bad dude in prison, and then he gets sent after he serves his sentence, right?
Yeah.
He gets deemed as a civilly committed under the sexually violent predator program in Washington State, which I really do appreciate the King County Prosecuting Attorney's Office continuing to fight for that and to keep him locked up. But it was on the recommendation of the new CEO of the Special Commitment Center, Dan Davis, that allowed this fella to get a hearing last year, and it allowed him to be unconditionally released into Enumclaw, which he was released on July 8th. We were notified, had a town hall notification virtually by the King County Sheriff on July 23rd.
Okay, so that is the legal sort of hoops that need to go through. Now let's talk about you as a neighbor, you as a wife, you as a friend, you as a member of that community. What are people doing?
I'll tell you what we're doing. We're not sitting still. Our hands are not tied as regular citizens in Enumclaw. We have signs that have been printed. We have signs with his picture that say warning, convicted sex predator, because if our government is not going to tell people what this guy looks like, we are. We're going to businesses. We're having them no trespass. And you'll love this, he is living with his prison pen pal girlfriend that she's been writing and loving on him since 2006, so for the last 20 years. So she's missing a chip to take this violent predator into her home. And he's living in unincorporated King County. on a piece of property that has a home, and he's living in a trailer, which, by the way, is against King County Code.
Oh, yeah. Well, I'm sure they're going to be on that right away.
Yeah, sure they will be. But we have got signs going in every businesses. I will tell you, the Muckleshoot Indian tribe is right now in the process of banning him from all reservation land. So he will not be able to, he'll be able to pass through on a state highway, but he will not be able to stop there. And any business that has a no trespass sign in it, if he shows up and they call 911, he'll be arrested. So that's what we're doing.
We're speaking with Kathy Dahlquist, a former state rep there, Enumclaw community organizer. I'll ask you the tough question. You ready?
Go.
All right. Legally, this guy can live somewhere. He has to live somewhere. Yep. Because the way the laws are written, and check the box, get out of jail, get off the island, and if he's not there in Enumclaw, where you want to send him? Renton, Federal Way, Puyallup? Where you want to send him? Sammamish? You want to send him to Cle Elum? I mean, he's got to go somewhere, right? If you had your way and sane people actually were in charge, he'd be in jail, or he would be back on that island, or we would be protected from someone like that. But he has to live somewhere, and you're basically going to this is like something from the 1950s. You're not welcome in this town. You could just keep on moving, mister, and you just got to kick him out to another town. Is that what would happen? Would that be
That's what would happen right now until he, quote, commits another act. And the unfortunate part is there were opportunities to keep him in jail forever. And in 2010, when he violently assaulted another resident at the Special Commitment Center and basically broke his ribs, broke his jaw, violently attacked him because he owed him $7 and then paid him back with a burrito. And he was charged with assault in the second degree, and the Pierce County prosecuting attorney pleaded that down, and he got convicted of assault in the third degree. Had he been charged and convicted of assault in the second, he would have been put away. It was his third strike, and he would have been still in prison, and we wouldn't be having this conversation.
When you were there in Olympia working in the public safety committees, did you notice that there were people in there that were sort of just, you just got to love them a little bit more, and, everybody's good, and, I love you, you love me, kind of Barney PBS mentality of that these guys just need somebody to believe in them?
Mm-hmm. Well, let me just set the record straight. I did not serve it while I was in the legislature on public safety, so I just want to make sure you understand that. I did not serve on that committee, and honestly, I did not know a whole lot about this issue until one landed here in 2023. Right. But what I will tell you, since then, I have been attending virtually the meetings for the Sex Offender Policy Board, which is a group of folks that board has been put together, and folks have been handpicked to be put on there. And, we get our 60 to 90 second of public comment. And I will tell you that the punishment for these type of crimes have become more and more lenient since 2023, since I've been attending the meetings and listening and providing comment. They give the folks like the net nanny stings. That's been huge. And the very people who are caught in those net nanny stings, they're given precedence to be able to sit and provide input on that committee.
Yeah, What you're referring to is right. So what they do is if somebody tries to hook up with some minor and they get caught because there's actually an adult or an FBI or something on the other end, they then catch that person and then they have them on that committee because they have quote unquote lived experience.
Correct. So they want folks with lived experience, but they don't want folks that live actually in communities that these folks are being placed next to. So they don't want to hear our voice. And when we provide our public comment at the end of the meeting, and we get cut off, we get shut down, we get cut off, we get ridiculed. it is terrible.
All right. For the people of Enumclaw and anybody nearby that is concerned not only for their own personal safety, but just a sense of justice, do you have a Facebook page, or do you meet monthly or weekly, or how do you keep people up to date on what's happening?
We have a page. It's called Save Our Children Enumclaw, SOCE, and it's a Facebook page.
Mm-hmm.
And we have a website that we're just gearing back up. We had shut it down after Stephen Knapp, after we shut the last less restrictive alternative home down because it was unsafe. So we will continue to provide information and documents on our website.
Yeah.
And there is you have to, it's a private group, and you have to ask to join it. So we will screen Rhonda Nelson, his girlfriend. She has many fake alias Facebook pages, and she's trying to get information. So we scrutinize folks that ask to join the page.
Well, communities and neighborhoods certainly appreciate people like you, Kathy Dolthris. Thank you very much. I thank you for your time, and I hope the best for Enumclaw, however this works out. And I'm sure a lot of people are saying in their head or slightly under their breath, they hope for something I probably wouldn't want to say on the air. Kathy, thank you.
Yeah.
All right.
You're welcome. Thank you.
Thank you. All right. Here goes Nate checking traffic. Nathan.
All right. Seattle Sports has the update. Everett to Marysville, a 20-minute commute. We're crowded from 526 to Highway 2, and then it gets real thick into Marysville. Seattle to Everett, 50 minutes. Bellevue to Everett, an hour. South 5 into Seattle, we're bumper to bumper from 85th to I-90. Linwood to Seattle, a 40-minute commute. Got a little crowding in Linwood as well to get through. North 5, jam-packed from the Michigan Curve to the Ship Canal Bridge. 35 minutes to clear downtown. Both directions of the downtown tunnel are packed. Crossing the lake from Bellevue, right around a half hour on both bridge routes. Renton to Puyallup on the Valley Freeway, a 40-minute commute. And down in Soto, police just reopened the South Landers Street overpass over the tracks. Our person in crisis is okay and will get the help they needed, so a happy ending, all things considered. Download the Seattle Sports app to stay in the know with the latest news, scores, and opinions about your favorite teams. KIRO Newsradio real-time traffic. I'm Nate Connors.
All right, are parts of the home not functional? Let's just start with the garage. That's probably the easiest one. A lot of people have maybe a 1 or 2 car garage, and when they go to drive the car in there, it's maybe half the car fits because there's just stuff everywhere. Now, if you're one of those people that you could perform open heart surgery on the floor of the garage, I'm not talking to you. You already know how great it is to have an organized home. And I'm going to guess for you as well, the pantry is organized. Maybe everything's in there alphabetically, starting with asparagus, going all the way down to zucchini, right? And maybe upstairs in the closet, it's very organized. You can find everything. There's a winter clothes, a summer clothes, a spring. But a lot of other people, guess what? Not so organized. There's just no place to put anything. And there's where Closets by Design come into play. And they give you the space that you didn't even realize that you had because it just wasn't well organized. Closets by Design, for 22 years, this family-run business comes in with expertise to be able to get you the extra space and give you the organization you so richly deserve. 1-800-BY-DESIGN. That's 1-800-BY-DESIGN or closetsbydesign.com.
Dear Ursula, I have a group of friends who have bonded over...
Hi, I'm Ursula Voitin from the G and Ursula Show, and I'm launching a new podcast called Ask Ursula. This is your space. Real life, real questions, whether it's about family, friendships, love, and yes, even the fun stuff like travel and finding your signature scent. Hit me up and ask your questions at mynorthwest.com/Ursula. I look forward to connecting with you.
At mynorthwest.com and the G and Ursula YouTube channel.
Olympic Hot Tub has more ways than ever to achieve total wellness at home. Immerse yourself in a saltwater hot spring spa and let jets melt stress away. Enjoy a refreshing swim in an endless pool swim spa. Retreat to healing warmth and detox in a Tilo sauna. Then awaken mind and body with a cold plunge. You'll be saying, ah, in no time. Your path to wellness starts today at Olympic Hot Tub. Current specials with exciting savings at olympichottub.com. Better you, better life.
At Seattle Children's Hospital, 1 in 3 patient families can't afford the food their kids need to heal. A child recovering from surgery and the family struggling to put nutritious food on the table. That's why Seattle Children's, Safeway, and Seahawk, Jackson Smith and Jigba launched the Food First Project to fight pediatric food insecurity by providing grocery cards, produce vouchers, and food as medicine programs for families. No barriers, just help. 12s, we need you. Learn more at Safeway.com. Again, that's Safeway.com.
Did you know that 4,000 women are diagnosed with breast cancer every year in Washington state? I'm Dr. Suzette Miranda with Northwest Hope and Healing. We provide financial support for breast and gynecologic cancer patients in our community. Join us at Life in Color, a summer brunch, auction, and fashion show on August 23rd at the Somme Hotel in Woodinville for an unforgettable afternoon of inspiration. Get your tickets now for Life in Color on August 23rd at nwhopeandhealing.org. That's nwhopeandhealing.org.
The Mariners are kicking off 50 season celebration weekend with an alumni home run derby on August 7th, presented by Muckleshoot Casino Resort. Watch Ichiro and other former Mariners sluggers in an epic post-game competition. Get your tickets at mariners.com.
Guys, your testosterone level impacts your energy, drive, weight, hair loss, and even ED. Revive Men's Health Seattle will check your T level for free. For your free T level check, exam, and consultation, call 206-529-1111 or visit revivemenshealth.com.
Welcome to this week's Puget Sound Express Whale Report. What a week on the water. According to naturalists from Puget Sound Express, guests were able to see humpbacks, Biggs orcas, minke whales, a gray whale, Pacific white-sided dolphins, harbor porpoises, stellar and California sea lions, harbor seals with new pups, a sea otter, bald eagles, and dozens of tufted puffins. Highlights included the T-38 orca family hunting along the shoreline, humpbacks Pinnacle and Rumble feeding in the Strait, and more than 100 harbor seals hauled out at Protection Island. Family-run Puget Sound Express offers daily guaranteed whale watching tours departing from Edmonds, Seattle's most popular and well-reviewed whale tours. Morning tours sell out quickly, so don't forget about afternoon departures. Orcas, humpbacks, gray whales, minke whales, and so much more. Don't miss out on your chance to see whales in the wild. Family-run Puget Sound Express guarantees you'll see whales or your next trip is absolutely free. Book online at PugetSoundExpress.com.
Progressive presents the Museum of You.
We begin our tour with a unique piece, a relic from the early big screen television era. Remarkable. Next, we find a juicer, which historians believe has only ever been used once. And finally, compact discs from the emo era. A rare find indeed.
Some things should be history, but until then, you could protect what's important to you and save by bundling your auto insurance with a renter's policy from Progressive. Progressive Casualty Insurance Company affiliates and other insurers. Not available in all states or situations.
If the world were like a Sleep Number mattress, everything would adapt for your comfort. Your coffee would never get cold. Your flight would always be on time. And your mattress would always respond to you and your unique sleep needs. Sleep Number mattresses are designed to respond to your body and shift with your changing life, helping you fall asleep faster and stay asleep longer. To experience a whole new world of comfort, visit a Sleep Number store or go to sleepnumber.com. Sleep Number. To a good life sleep.
KIRO News Radio 97.3 FM, Northwest News. Now, the latest from KIRO News Radio and mynorthwest.com.
Good evening, I'm Aaron Granillo. The 15-year-old in custody in connection with that gang-related shooting at the Seattle Center has now been charged with assault. Casey McNerthney is with the King County Prosecuting Attorney's Office.
So what prosecutors believe they can show at this point was that the respondent fired into a crowd of people. Prosecutors believe that that's sufficient for assault in the first degree, whether or not he hit a person.
He also faces an unlawful gun possession charge. Now, police said the teen was seen firing a ghost gun into a crowd, but preliminary testing shows he may not have fired the bullets that killed 2 innocent bystanders. A third shooter died at the scene. At least 4 others were hurt, including Jonathan Morales Jimenez.
It was less than 10 feet away from where everything happened.
He tells KIRO 7 TV he was shot in the back. The bullet still lodged in his pelvis because doctors say it's too dangerous to remove.
The fracture is what really messed me up. I mean, I fell on my knees. I was, bleeding out for a little bit. And then, when I touch, my lower back, I see blood and it's like, oh, I got hit.
Doctors say he should make a full recovery. 1 suspect is still on the run. Washington's 3 law schools say a makeup bar exam is not enough after this week's testing fiasco in Yakima. University of Washington, Seattle University, and Gonzaga, they've all petitioned the state Supreme Court to grant emergency diploma privilege for those affected applicants. UW's letter describes a technology breakdown as unprecedented and catastrophic, saying hundreds of test takers spent hours waiting before the exam was ultimately canceled. A makeup test is planned for September, but the schools argue the affected graduates should become licensed attorneys without taking the bar exam. Big day for Starbucks. The company reported better than expected revenue and profits, with same-store sales up nearly 8%. CEO Brian Nichols says the company's turnaround strategy appears to be working.
We said we would drive sales growth first and earnings would follow. Our results show we're walking the talk.
Shares climbed more than 5% in after-hours trading. Microsoft shares also up after it posted strong results for its quarterly earnings today. It beat expectations and showed strong growth in its cloud computing platform and a boost in paid AI users. Company earned $90 billion in the April through June quarter. That's up 18% from the same period a year earlier. Now at 5:32, we have Nate Connors, the real-time traffic desk.
Thank you, Aaron. The KIRO Newsradio app has our update. Seattle to Everett down a bit to 45 minutes. It is solid from Northgate up into Mill Creek. Bellevue to Everett, 55 minutes, and we're solid from Bellevue all the way into Canyon Park. In Everett, southbound I-5, right in front of the Everett Mall, we've got a crash blocking the left general purpose lane. Heading into Seattle, South 5, bumper to bumper from 85th to I-90. 35-minute trip from Linwood. North 5 still jam-packed from the Michigan Curve to the Ship Canal Bridge. 35 minutes to get through this. Both directions of the downtown tunnel are jam-packed. Bellevue to South Center on 405, a 40-minute drive. It's thick through Bellevue. After Cold Creek Parkway, you'll start to thin out, and it is bumper to bumper again through South Center. North 405 solid from South Center through the Renton S curves, and Seattle to Federal Way down to a 35-minute commute with scattered backups from 405 down to 516. Download the Seattle Sports app to stay in the know with the latest news, scores, and opinions about your favorite teams. KIRO News Radio real-time traffic. I'm Nate Connors.
And to your forecast, we're seeing some clouds roll through the region at this hour. Morning clouds tomorrow, followed by afternoon sunshine. Highs in the upper 70s, low 80s for Friday. Right now, 75 degrees in downtown Seattle. I'm Aaron Granillo, KIRO News Radio.
Your best source for local news. You're listening to KIRO News Radio, Northwest News.
Hey, choice. Rather than spinning the wheel for the Wilcox, we never finished the story about the West Hollywood man who ran into a coyote.
Oh.
And people have, they're storming the building here at KIRO. They want to know how it ended. So here we go.
You said Wilcox. I think we're good.
Wilcox, Flying Farm Eggs.
Mm-hmm.
Strolling around without a care in the world. Animal advocates say they understand residents' concerns, and they say there's a safe way to get the coyotes to move along.
The best way to get them to move out of this area is to exclude and deter. And by exclude, I mean we make it so they can't go under, over, or through the fencing. And to deter is after we've excluded them from the fencing, we go inside and we deter them by basically hazing and scaring them out.
Oh.
We leave one exit for them, and we herd them all in that direction, and we get them out of the building, and then secure that one last gate.
Okay, well that wasn't worth it.
I told you.
Go away, coyote.
Like this guy. I thought it was going to be more exciting.
The howl of coyotes who have set up residence in this abandoned construction project in West Hollywood.
The guy
all the time they're howling and hooting, you know what I mean? They're like, you know.
Neighbors have nicknamed the 3-year-old a bit.
Oh, well. Should have spun the wheel. Bad call, Joe.
I said the best is the
You're right. No, you're right. Oh, well. The important thing is, remember the other day when Donald Trump mentioned magnets?
And critical minerals, and I hope you're going to do magnets. Somebody out there, I hope you're all brilliant people. Magnets. Do magnets, okay? I'll tell you how to make money. Do magnets. You're doing a lot of great stuff. Do magnets. Because one thing we don't have, but we're getting close.
Is he going to say magnets again?
Yes.
Close, but do magnets. So.
Okay, so magnets. That was just a tip little tip for you. Well, it seems China was listening because
China just finished a magnet that weighs 582 tons, heavier than a fully loaded Boeing 747. This is the toroidal field coil for the country's artificial sun, a machine in Hefei built to recreate here on Earth the reaction that powers the actual sun. It stands 21 meters long, 12 meters wide, and weighs 582 tons, heavier than 4 adult blue whales packed into one magnet.
Oh, okay, that helps.
I love all the units of measure there.
Yeah, 4 whales.
Built in Hefei by the Chinese Academy of Sciences, it passed full load testing on June 27. Its job is to hold a plasma at 100 million degrees so it never touches the wall. Engineers call it an invisible magnetic cage. 16 of them will form a ring, 100 kiloamps each, 6.5 Tesla at the center. Operating temperature, minus 269 Celsius. Design life, 60 years. A second magnet, the central solenoid, was rated for 46.5 kiloamps. They pushed it to 60. Every critical part was designed and built at home, with no reliance on foreign technology. A working fusion power plant is still years away, but clearing this hurdle pulls the dream of near limitless clean energy one serious step closer.
Scientists are saying if they're able to do this, it will be the greatest advancement in the history of man trying to create, store, produce, and use energy.
Magnets.
Thank you, Mr. President. The sun. So they're basically creating like a little sun on Earth that's going to be 100 million degrees, and it's going to be, it doesn't run out of energy for 60 years. But they have to contain it and keep it all in there, because you can't all of a sudden have, if it's diffused, then not only is it incredibly dangerous, but the magnets will just hold it all in place, and the plasma will just create energy on its own. That's the idea. And guess who's most upset about it?
Who?
Nate.
No, I wouldn't say upset. I'm just concerned.
Well, okay. Well, you seemed upset the way you were pacing back and forth throughout the whole show.
That's just normal for me.
Oh.
It's my ADD.
All right, so because again, we heard from the president who mentioned magnets.
Magnets.
Right. So go ahead. He'll take the pro.
Yeah.
You take the con. Go ahead.
Okay. Well, see, my concern is a magnet that huge will undoubtedly affect our polar magnets, right?
Magnets.
Yes, those two.
Okay.
And we all know that when those polar magnets change too rapidly, that can create cataclysmic events.
All right, Mr. President, your response?
Magnets.
So he seems just pro on magnets. So, but this thing, this gigantic magnet, which is the size of 155,000 men over the age of 60. Four white, black, what was it, blue whales? Or something? Okay.
Yes, 4 blue.
All right. So these magnets, they're all surrounding each other, and it's not one of these things where I nowhere can I find anyone concerned that it's going to throw off the rotation of the Earth.
Yes.
Right? I think you should probably put that a little further down the list of things you should be concerned about.
Well, I get this information from a well-known American engineer by the name of Chan Thomas.
All right. Again, Mr. President, the floor is all yours.
Do magnets.
All right. He says do magnets. All right. Well,
see, Chan wrote a book to explain all these cataclysmic events that are situated around the poles switching places, really.
Yeah.
And it's like a magnet like this that can cause that. And there's only one way to find out.
What would happen if our poles suddenly shifted? Because I know
if they suddenly shift,
naturally.
if they suddenly
would it
shift,
affect traffic?
Oh, there'd be no cars left.
Okay.
It would create.
Katie Wilson be happy about that.
It would create tidal waves. We're talking like the size of Mount Rainier tidal waves.
Yeah.
Intense winds like 150 mile an hour plus. Basically would just create havoc across the world that there's really no way to survive unless you happen to be in a deep cave or something of that sort.
All right. Well,
sounds cataclysmic.
It
is cataclysmic, and you can read all about it on Chan Thomas's book that he wrote called "The Adam and Eve Story." The Adam and Eve Story.
Oh, welcome to the hole.
I'll wait for the movie. And just finally, because you had the chance to speak first, the President of the United States has the final word.
Magnets. Do magnets.
Okay, so do magnets. All right. Well, thank you for that, Nate.
Thank you.
Does everybody feel better?
We've been having that conversation about alternative energy and why don't we have something better than oil and reliable, safe nuclear options.
Yeah, so that you're suggesting that this would be the 100 million degree thing would be like maybe in the trunk of your car?
No, this would solve all other energy problems.
I know.
Making oil available for anything you need it and drop the value down to next to nothing.
You know, people keep talking about just using the oil for energy. I was reading today in the Wall Street Journal about the price of plastics and how concerned everybody is about plastic. Because you don't even think about that, do you?
No,
do you?
I haven't thought about it ever.
Well, I hope you would, because I've run out of things to say. Okay. Mr. President, anything you want to say about plastics?
Magnets.
Kind of focus on the magnets right now.
It's pretty cool, though.
It is. It's amazing what the smart kids have come up with, right? Thank God for them. I got a science fair project when I was in 7th grade for Christmas, and when you open it up, it was in a little tin case, and they had all these. There's magnesium in. You'd light something on fire, and all I did was just pour stuff into the beakers and then shake it up, and then have the cork blow off.
Was it one of the ones that was so old that it actually came with nuclear material?
Yeah, uranium and stuff. And I just remember mixing the stuff up, and then there was all these warning signs and skulls and crossbones. Crossing don't mix this, don't mix that. And of course, that's the first thing you mix.
Exactly.
Yeah, like Duffy Old House.
What if a plane got too close to that magnet? Did we consider that?
Oh.
Magnets.
Very good.
Nice. Thank you.
Communism.
Well done, Andrew. Don't ever leave this show, Andrew.
Never.
Make me that promise right now on the air. Go ahead.
I pinky promise.
Oh, I don't want your pinky. Look me in the eye. You're never going to leave. You're going to stay here the rest of your life.
The rest of my life?
We're all here together.
Oh, man, that's a long time.
Yeah, not really. You're young. Go ahead.
What? I can't make that
I'm going to go to Nate checking traffic. Nathan.
All right, I'll be here forever for you, John. Okay. Harborstone Credit Union has the update. Everett to Marysville, 20 minutes. Southbound I-5 coming out of Everett, right in front of the mall. We just cleared that crash out of the left lane to the shoulder, so this 2-mile backup will start to clear. South 5 into Seattle, thick at 85th to I-90. 35 minutes from Linwood into downtown. North 5 just hasn't budged in hours. We are jam-packed from the Michigan Curve to the Ship Canal Bridge. 35 minutes to get through this. Bellevue to South Center on 405 is a 40-minute drive. North 405 is solid from South Center into the Renton S-curves. Seattle to Federal Way, 35 minutes. Tacoma to Olympia, we're close to clearing out. We're down to just 35 minutes. Open a money market special online with a 3.75 annual percentage yield with full access to your money the entire time at harborstone.com/money market. Insured by NCUA. KIRO News Radio, real-time traffic. I'm Nate Connors.
I heard a lot of gunfire.
It really sounded like a firework at first.
A community searching for answers.
Breaking news, a mass shooting at Seattle Center.
500 plus people just stampeding our way.
It was horrible. The kids right there screaming, trying to get their dad.
The station you trust when it matters most.
Detectives are working to track down everyone involved.
KIRO News Radio, 97.3 FM and mynorthwest.com.
Holy smokes, I can see. Hey, everybody, it's Rick Riz, and I just had refractive lens exchange from K2 Vision, and it's amazing. K2 Vision RLE means no more readers or glasses for me. Plus, I'll never get a cataract. Now, when I call a game, you won't see those readers dangling from the end of my nose to see the field and then my notes. I only wish I had done it sooner. It's like seeing a whole new ball game. K2 Vision RLE was quick and painless, over in just minutes, and I knew I was in great hands. The K2 Vision RLE team has done over 150,000 lens procedures. You can trust their stuff. K2 Vision RLE is my permanent solution to a lifetime of great vision. It could be yours too. Enjoy life's good years without readers, glasses, contacts, or cataracts. Get your free Zoom consult now at K2VisionRLE.com. Then you can make the same call I did. Goodbye, glasses. K2VisionRLE.com.
Download to see if you qualify. Not all customers will qualify. Transfer fees may apply. No Albert subscription required. Albert is not a bank. Albert Instant Loans are issued by FinWise Bank, member FDIC. Not an actual client. Terms apply.
Kylie, what's wrong?
I just got hit with a car repair bill. I'm behind on rent, and I feel like I can never save any money.
Have you tried the Albert app? Albert is your financial assistant, helping you find ways to save and create custom budgets to actually grow your money. Plus, you can get up to $10,000 for big expenses or advance up to $1,000 fast when you need cash right away.
Albert can get me up to $10,000?
Exactly. Albert spots you in a pinch and helps you grow your money in the long run.
I'm downloading Albert right now.
Download the Albert app and use promo code MULTIPLY to borrow up to $10,000 for whatever you need. The Albert app helps you budget better and save more money so you reach your financial goals faster. Download the Albert app right now and use promo code MULTIPLY to borrow up to $10,000. Use code MULTIPLY to borrow up to $10,000.
Jonathan here from DUI Heroes. Summer's a time to celebrate, but also a time when DUI arrests go up. Please be safe out there and don't make the mistake of drinking and driving. But if you do make that mistake, DUI Heroes is here for you to help get your life back together. We defend you, the person, the human, during the traumatizing and stressful time of going through this. That's why we call ourselves DUI Heroes. Because when the odds are stacked against you, you need a hero on your side. So get your free case evaluation at 1-800-DUI-HERO or DUIHeroes.com.
Golden Crest Metals helps investors understand how physical gold and silver can be held inside qualified retirement accounts without pressure or confusion. Our team brings decades of experience in precious metals and retirement planning with a focus on clear education, straightforward pricing, and a process designed to put clients first. Why do investors choose Golden Crest Metals? Experience, transparency, and a client-first approach. Tune into The Gold Show with Kenny Michaels every Saturday at 1 p.m.
Are you an adult with uncontrolled moderate to severe Crohn's disease symptoms and still packing a backup bag of clothes? Just in case, Skyrizi Risankizumab Riza can help you take control of your Crohn's. Feel significant symptom relief, including less abdominal pain and fewer bowel movements at 4 weeks. Plus, Skyrizi is proven to help people achieve remission and visibly improve damage of the intestinal lining. Individual results may vary. Skyrizi is a prescription injection medicine. Don't use if allergic to Skyrizi. Serious allergic reactions, increased infections, or lower ability to fight them may occur. Before treatment, get checked for infections and tuberculosis. Tell your doctor about any flu-like symptoms or vaccines. Liver problems leading to hospitalization may occur when treated for Crohn's. Ready to take control of your Crohn's? Ask your doctor about Skyrizi, the #1 prescribed biologic in Crohn's disease.
Control is everything to me.
Learn more at skyrizi.com or call 1-866-SKYRIZI.
Hey, Jake Skorheim here. Did you know every qualifying vehicle at Sunset Auto Family comes with oil changes for life? That's about $150 each, and you get up to 5 a year, saving you thousands over the life of your vehicle. Visit our friends at Sunset Auto Family. You just get more at Sunset, and people do like that.
The John Curley Show mailbag is brought to you by Advanced Hair Restoration.
We have time? We do. We have time for the song? We do. Okay. All right. Here he comes. Now, the mailman singing the song.
I'm the mailman. As you can see, I'm the mailman. Don't nobody mess with me.
All right.
I'm the mailman. If you didn't know,
don't mess with him, Joe.
I bring the mail to your door.
It's going to mess with him trying to bring the mail to your door.
Come on, man.
Come on now. We get the letter of the day. First, take care of all the rest. Here we go.
Clip San Paul says, after hearing the coyote story, now folks will understand why they're called yodel dogs. By the way, you can always tell city folk from those who come from a rural place. City folk will call them coyote with a long E, or coyote with a long E.
Yeah.
And us that grew around in the sticks call them coyote with a silent E.
After hearing the coyote story, now folks will understand.
That's it. Get the next one.
But the same person wrote the same thing?
It's weird. It happens sometimes.
Okay. Erica M. After hearing the coyote story, what? 3 people said the same thing? No. Oh, Jesus, bravery. But let's see how brave he is face-to-face with a wild rabbit.
That's right. On Fauci pleading the fifth, Tony and Buckley says that SOB is getting what he deserves. He made his bed, now he's got to lie in it. And 425 says Fauci should be hung until dead for treason and causing the deaths of thousands of Americans. Firing squad would be better, but that weasel is a traitor, lock, stock, and barrel.
Oh. Dr. Jacqueline says Jesse in Puyallup, What a cool lady. We need more like her. Yes.
Kirk from Tacoma says the doctor is right. It's about community. It begins with after-school sports, mentors, and something to do. Support education for single mothers. Of course, consequences for criminal behavior. Lower the drug market. And last of all, support and emphasize education. Make these kids realize they can be somebody.
Oh, wow. Thank you for that, Kirk. Fernando in Seattle, thank you for having her on. We're going to have her back on again.
That's right. Mike in Portland says, John, I ran the math on her $32,000 a year salary, and she's below the city's minimum wage.
Mm-hmm.
I think it was 38.
She makes 38, so she's right there. Paul in Sammamish says, preach, sister.
Theo in South Seattle says, John, I love this woman, Dr. Jackie Bowles. We need more like her. Listening to her makes me emotional. Thanks for having her on.
Lori from North Bend Curly, you can send me the name of Dr. Jacqueline Bowles' church. I didn't catch it. I'd love to reach out and help.
It is Redeemed Wellness Center, and I believe the church is Redeemed Wellness as well.
Mm-hmm.
Let's see. More press conference drama. Diane in the 425 says dignitaries. Dysenteries would be more appropriate.
Well, give her something.
206 also says, John, I've never agreed with you more in my life. It seems outrageous that we've spent so much time talking about the timeline instead of the shooting.
Yeah, but it gives us something to talk about. We can talk about everybody else talking about it.
That's right.
Yeah, 425, the dignitaries saw the headlines mass shooting and flocked to Seattle Center grandstanding their anti-gun platforms on the city, the state, and the national level when they realized it was gang criminal-based and those laws would not matter. They were 100% stumped. That's why there was a delay.
Heck of a theory. 253 says on Sean Barnes, he's being made the scapegoat to carry the water for Wilson and other politicians to cover their photo ops. Is the media afraid of losing access, or do they not understand the root problem with politicians versus public safety?
Yeah, Rex from University Place says, you keep saying this isn't the story, but you guys keep talking about it for 3 days. We're trying to, snuff it out like an old cigarette that somebody would toss aside like they don't care about someone, something like that. A dark night where it's sort of rainy and there's a backfire of a car. You flinch because you think maybe it's something meant for you. Okay, sorry.
Mark in Port Townsend says, Katie Wilson is the figurehead for all the problems that Seattle is faced with, which is the same dilemma we have with Ferguson. The liberal, useful idiot, progressive, socialist voters in Seattle and Washington are the ones who should be blamed for all the dysfunction. Until the voters get their heads out of their where the sun don't shine, this dysfunctional crap will continue to plague us all. Firing Chief Barnes would just play into the dysfunction that these people are propagating.
I like the people that are saying, what we need to, have more gun laws. Yeah. I mean, more laws?
We got lots of.
We got lots of laws.
And now it is time for the letter of the day.
Well, thank you, Teeny. You've been quiet all day back there drinking, so thank you.
All but one of their guns was completely illegal as well.
Okay.
Grandma in Paulsbo says, listen, guys, you're really harshing my mellow this week. It's been a rough one. Can you please get back to your usual 14-year-old boy adolescent behavior?
Yes. So here's the sound of the guy imitating a coyote and then flatulence. There you go. Right back at
That's all she wrote.
That's all she wrote.
Sorry, Grandma. Also, it was Nate and his fear of giant magnets. That's
Magnets.
threw us all off. Okay.
Magnets.
Okay, Mr. President. Here comes Nate checking traffic.
In Everett South 5, we're packed from Lowell Road down to the Everett Mall, where we recently cleared a crash out of your way. South 5 heading into Seattle, now bumper to bumper from 80th to I-90. Still 35 minutes from Linwood into downtown. North 5 is packed from the Michigan Curve to the Ship Canal Bridge. Crossing the lake into Seattle, westbound 520 jams up about mid-span over to I-5. Westbound 90 is slow from Island Crest Way to I-5, but you're at a faster pace on this route. Bellevue to South Center has improved a half hour. You're thick through Bellevue down to the VMAC. We've cleared out in South Center. North 405 still heavy from South Center through the Renton S curves. And down at the county line, both directions of I-5 are crowded between the Fife curve and State Route 18. Everywhere else is starting to thin out, if not already cleared out. KIRO News Radio, real-time traffic. I'm Nate Connors.
Choke Points with Chris Sullivan.
With Choke Points, we try to answer listeners' questions. It can be as simple as a neighborhood stop sign, or it can be as big as the budget for transportation. I don't care. I'll find the answer for you. It's really easy to get a hold of me at mynorthwest.com. We have a direct link there that gets right to me. You can also do it in the app. You can hit me up on the text line.
Choke Points, presented by Carter Subaru. Tuesdays and Thursdays on KIRO. News Radio 97.3 FM.
After the mild winter we just had, forecasters are predicting above average temperatures this summer across western Washington. If your home is struggling to stay cool, your attic could be the culprit. Jake Skorheim here. Poor insulation or no insulation in your attic can account for up to 40% of the heat gain in your home over the summer. That puts a load on your air conditioner and it can leave you sweating. Fortunately, Valentine Roofing has you covered. This summer, bundle energy-saving attic insulation with a new roof and save 10%. That's better comfort, improved energy efficiency, and less strain on your cooling system. Thousands of homeowners have trusted Valentine Roofing for roofing, attic insulation, and complete home protection because every project comes with the Valentine experience. Seamless communication, meticulous cleanup, and extra mile service. Plus, with no money down on your project, you don't pay until your project is complete. Call 206 Roofing to save 10% when you bundle a new roof and attic insulation. That's 206 Roofing. And remember, when you see the red Valentine van, you know your home is in good hands.
Olympic Hot Tub has terrific ways to achieve total wellness at home. Saltwater hot tubs, swim spas, saunas, and cold plunges, all waiting for you. See our current specials with exciting savings at olympichottub.com. Better you, better life.
Choke Points with Chris Sullivan.
With Choke Points, we try to answer listeners' questions. It can be as simple as a neighborhood stop sign, or it can be as big as the budget for transportation. I don't care. I'll find the answer for you. It's really easy to get a hold of me at mynorthwest.com. We have a direct link there that gets right to me. You can also do it in the app. You can hit me up on the text line.
Choke Points, presented by Carter Subaru. Tuesdays and Thursdays on KIRO. News Radio 97.3 FM.
There's a sink at the brink and a drain that's a pain.
DayandNight.net. Slow drain? Backed up toilet? Call Day and Night to save $100 off any drain cleaning.
Hi, I'm Bruce with Day and Night Plumbing and Heating. From a slow drain to a major backup, no drain is too big or too small. Whether we're your first choice or smart second opinion, I guarantee our experts will solve any drain problem, day or night.
Now get $100 off any drain cleaning. DayandNight.net.
Guys, did you know your testosterone affects everything in your system, including how you feel and perform every day? Right now, Revive Men's Health Seattle will check your testosterone for free. Knowing your T levels is the first step in understanding if you have low T. Your testosterone level impacts your energy, libido, sleep, weight, hair loss, mood, and even ED. Maintaining an appropriate T level can change your whole life. Most men start to see changes in their hormone levels in their 30s. Experience and results matter. So what are you waiting for? Get your T levels checked today by local, experienced, and trusted men's health experts. They've helped thousands of men since 2011. They're so confident they can help you, they even guarantee it. Call Revive today and schedule your free testosterone test, free exam, and free consultation. Call Revive Men's Health at 206-529-1111. That's 206-529-1111. Or visit ReviveMen'sHealth.com.
Good afternoon, I'm Aaron Granillo.
Your best source for local news.
Newly released police video shows the arrest of a 17-year-old.
KIRO News Radio.
The Boeing Classic welcomes the world's greatest golf legends to the Pacific Northwest, August 14th through the 16th at the club at Snoqualmie Ridge. Watch Masters champions and Golf Hall of Famers compete for a $2.3 million purse at the only PGA Tour champion stop in the region. Bring the whole family and make sure to check out the Seahawks Village, packed with fun for all ages. Tickets start at just $20 and kids get in free. Visit BoeingClassic.com to get yours today.
This summer, I'm driving my first hybrid, the 2026 Subaru Forester Touring Hybrid, which I got at Carter Subaru. It's a beauty and has excellent safety features. Carter Subaru is Seattle's only Subaru dealership with over 800 in stock, including the 2026 Subaru Outback for 0.9% APR.